So we're at the story's lowest point. We woke up Lux, the dreamer. Zoe's like sacrificing herself or leaving the dream forever or something. We left off with her waking up like she was waking up from the coma at the end of the second game. But some fuck shit's going on. Something's not right. We don't know what's actually going on there. Saga's a teenager now. She broke out of the house. Her dad is sad because now he's lost both his wife and his daughter. Kian was breaking into that magical concentration camp to rescue the little kid, but he ran into like a Dr. Mengele type character, dealt with her, and then was captured or was interrogated by the honorable white-haired general guy. So we don't know what's going on with Kian, but it wasn't looking like it was going to necessarily be good. But let's pick up from there. We're currently following up with Zoe waking up from the coma, but some fuck shit is going on.
Those vitals aren't too bad. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Flowers from Liv. It's from Reza. Thinking of you. I would hope so.
We never got to do this.
No, this isn't really me anymore. No, this isn't really me.
Maybe we should pick a different one.
Graduation day in front of Jammy Hall. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me.
Very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be out of jobs, the both of us.
I honestly wouldn't mind one bit, Marek.
Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. That's me, in Cape Town.
I don't think any of this is real.
Reza and I took the backtracks to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island. Dad and me in Casablanca.
What are we doing here, Marek?
The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. When the megastorms aren't raging, of course, then not so much. This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. It's a card from Karen. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca. Good old Wonkers.
Wonkers is full of shit.
I remember he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him.
You must be tired.
I can't put my finger on it,
Let's go back to sleep. I'll stay
really
right here.
Wonkers.
I promise I won't ever leave you.
No, I don't want to sleep anymore.
You're not feeling well. I can tell. You're exhausted. And you're seeing things that aren't real.
Yikes.
I don't know what's wrong, but it's not me. It's this place. It's you, Wonkers. You're all wrong.
That hurts my feelings, Zoe.
You don't sound right.
Absolutely full
You're
of shit.
imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep. Just for a little while.
No. Not being in a coma probably helps.
Immediately go back to sleep.
The call button should really be next to the bed. Although, I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon.
Someone will be with you shortly.
Probably a robot, I would guess.
It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
If it's not a hospital room.
This must go into the hospital hallway.
Not allowed to go outside either, right?
All that beach and sunshine, and I'm locked inside. Those vitals aren't too bad. You don't sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep.
No.
Immediately goes back to sleep.
Why don't you go back to sleep, Zoe? You'll feel much better if you do.
There's something very wrong about this, and if I go to sleep again...
Let's stay awake then,
maybe
based on that.
Wonkers is right. Maybe I'll feel better if I take a nap. There's some... I've slept enough.
Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible.
Good
This is-
old Wonkers. You don't...
You're imagining sleep.
No.
This is the same thing.
Not being in a coma probably helps.
All nurses
There's
are currently busy.
something not quite right
Please wait
about
for
him.
the next available nurse.
I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
Alright, I guess we're going to sleep.
Why don't you go?
Maybe... Okay.
Game over. You died.
Wake up, Zoe. You must wake up. Come on, Zoe, get up.
This is fine.
This place isn't real. You need to get out.
Was that... April?
I wonder how that's supposed to work. I think they're doing like a reincarnation thing.
I'm sorry, but everyone's frightfully busy. Your patience is appreciated.
It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
So I keep getting different dialogue from this thing.
The magic nurse summoning button.
Stop pushing that button. We
Oh,
won't
that sounds
get you
good.
any quicker, even if you keep pushing it.
I'm gonna keep pushing it.
Stop. Please stop. Someone will be with you shortly. Your call has been registered. We will send
Oh, I think
someone
it's
to your
looping
room
now,
as
right?
soon as possible.
Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute.
I don't have any items, right? No, it's not. Thank you for the heads up. I use the numpad to control it, and when numlock goes off, I'll press it and not notice it didn't start sometimes.
Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee.
Thanks for joining us.
Cape Town University. I'd almost forgotten this.
Guess I'm just gonna keep
I'm on a
inspecting stuff, and
competition.
so long as I'm
Dad's
getting
been away
different
a lot,
dialogue.
Traveling, but we always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an
Snow.
incredible place, so majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault.
Faction has
I
reached
remember
an
this
Oh, yeah, the
day
seed vault.
vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden
What you
influx
doing,
of
pokey
naked
poking about the seed
70-year-old
vault?
men, and that's when I
Mankind's
realized what
botanical
kind of
heritage
beach
there.
This was.
end to poverty. What are we doing here, Marek? We should be in Dreamtime too.
It's a card from Karen.
You said it.
Karen's nice. She's been a good friend.
What's
and
that
she
over
makes
there?
great
Oh,
coffee.
that's the germ warfare repository. Should that really be that close?
Giving them the opportunity
It's
to
okay.
escape their dreams.
I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And
Oh.
Alien the cat is hands down the best
She
electronic shop in
dies, that's
Casablanca.
sad.
I can't wait to go back.
Our favourite
When was the
corporation,
last time I visited her shop?
This is different every
That was
time.
Ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... what just
Whoa.
happened?
Things are great.
That's cool.
They are so, so good. Just trust me.
Something happened to her. To live. Something terrible. Okay, that was not just in my head. Something's definitely going on.
It's cool.
Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching?
Reality's glitching. Hey, new thing. Get well soon.
Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet.
Shut up,
Come on.
Wonkers. You're full of
I'll
shit.
tuck you in and read you a little story.
Casablanca's
Just
a
like
great
in the
place
old
to grow
days.
up. Such an interesting mix of cultures and very safe and clean. But I'll have to move at some point if I want a career in pioneering. I remember that day. We had one of our dad
That
and
one's still
daughter days.
new.
We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Wati Plaza Hotel downtown. Dad and me in Casablanca.
Okay, that one's looping now.
5 years together. Almost hard to believe. Things have been rocky between us from time to time. It's amazing that we lasted this long. I remember we stayed at the what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it. Now I'm officially freaked out.
Okay, yeah.
It's weird,
Interact
but
with stuff
I
until you get
remember
glitches. Got it.
nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years.
I thought they weren't together as of the
Have
end of
we?
the second game.
No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong.
Use fake picture with greeting card. Combine with duck.
We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened.
You don't look well, Zoe.
I like how
You're
it changed there.
probably
That's
seeing
cool.
things. Please lie down, just for a minute. I'll watch over you. I'll sing for you.
I like how this. I missed that this one changed text too. That's cool. Okay, I can't combine them. Anything else I can
Maybe I'll
expect
go back to
repeatedly?
Cape Town, or move to Europolis. I've always wanted to do that. Jardin de Roses.
All right.
Home, sweet home for most
Saw
of
that
life's
already.
tumultuous- I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps.
Hope she makes a comment about never doing karate
I'd
again.
almost forgotten this.
Oh, that's it.
I remember feeling like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream.
Like a Dreamfall?
Come to think of it, I
Like
don't
the
remember
longest
much
journey
from that
Dreamfall?
day. I was there. I was
Okay, this one's
wearing a
another good
gown,
one
but
then.
who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird.
It's like I have to get my mouse out of the screen so I can adjust the audio here. It looks a little quiet in the equalizer.
Something's wrong. The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean,
Yeah, that was the
sometimes
whole
I wish
point.
I hadn't. But this is a false memory.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're just going to ruin everything.
Shut your mouth.
Please stop.
Shut up.
Please go back to bed. Go back to sleep, Zoe.
Combine bullshit with bullshit and bullshit. Oh, it doesn't work. You call Wonkers out on
Don't
his shit.
sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep. Just for a little while.
No. You don't sound right.
You're sleeping.
No.
It's not Wonkers. I guess I can ring the thing
The call
again.
button should really be next to the bed. Although, I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from
All
my coma
nurses are
anytime
currently
soon.
busy. Please wait for the next available nurse.
Combine
Magic
your fist with
nurse
his
summoning
face.
button.
I'm sorry, but everyone's frightfully busy. Your patience is appreciated. Stop pushing that button. We won't get to you any quicker even if you keep pushing it.
It's a card from Karen.
This one? I don't think so.
Get well, get better, please wake up, hope you
Social
recover,
media posts,
don't
basically.
die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us, all our love. Where were these people before my coma? Liv didn't send this. It's not real. This isn't a real memory. I never graduated from Cape Town University.
Combine? I don't know if there's anything else to inspect
Stop.
here.
Please stop.
I had to keep doing this one, I
spent my
guess.
21st birthday in a coma. That's just sad. Hey, a message from Emma. Oh, she finally opened her gallery in Europolis. Nice. I'll have to visit soon.
Like the crow one.
Jama
it's
sent
funny.
me something. Knowing her, it's probably a list of exercises to get me back in the gym. Oh, an invitation from CTU to come back and talk about my experiences. What experiences? How to not succeed after graduation? Avoiding bed sores? Also, the event was 6 months ago. Fantastic. My surprisingly large circle of acquaintances has been busy talking about me in my absence. Now that I'm awake, I probably won't hear from any of them ever again. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. Get well, get better, please wake up, hope you recover, don't die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
Going very well
TV
today.
still doesn't
What'd
work.
you say, Sam,
That's
Incredibly well, Rika.
looping,
We'll
I
soon
don't
be out of
think.
jobs,
That's
the
me.
both of us.
This must have been Sandy Bay. Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up because of their jobs.
This one's changing, I
This
think.
must have been the 5th or 6th home we moved into.
Everyone's
I
favourite
remember
dream
falling in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view.
Everything.
There were so many hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time.
You
When
said
she
it,
came
Rika,
after me,
you
she would
said
stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again?
machine will go to
I
sponsoring free dream.
I don't actually remember
Oh, this
her
seems...
voice
I missed
that
this.
well. Or her face. Or
Yeah, she kind of just
she
showed
was
up to, like,
there
almost kill
with
me.
Dad and
It's
me.
kind of her deal.
Inside Dreamtown.
Mum was... She wasn't... Where was she?
The corporation married. And they're not even paying us to say that.
And now maybe I can do photo alchemy.
Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant.
Oh, they have slight glitches in your peripheral? Okay. Yeah, I remembered that her mom wasn't with her. I remembered that she didn't graduate, but it still wasn't clear what the formula of this stage was until it was already basically over.
Helena was never in a family photo. Oh my god.
Whoa.
This isn't real. This place is a hallucination or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever.
Yikes.
I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you
You always
just
click
leave
everything before the
things
dialogue
be?
pooped.
We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever.
Stuck in a loop.
Something's wrong.
He's an idiot.
Place and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend.
Keep waiting for him to turn
Your
into
best
horror
friend in the
wonkers.
whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like
Cast a different
someone
voice
put you
actor.
together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
Now we're getting horror
I'm
Wonkers.
sorry, Wonkers.
Okay then. Promise to wake me up later?
Snap his
I
neck.
promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy.
Okay, no, it was cute, not terrifying. Got it. Codename Briar Rose. I just saw in that little. Why do I have a codename? Whoa, that's cool. That's awesome. It's a cool effect too. There is a TV in the room, looks like. I like it requiring you to flip through the bed. That's neat. They got a engine upgrade or something in book 4, right? Whoa. Fuck. What is this Ex Machina shit? The red pill. Three days ago. Hey, it's the kid that we saved.
Bib,
We
stop
learned
that.
that Roper Klacks
It's not
is
a toy.
terrifying
You could kill someone.
murder man. He went from being
Someone you
scary
don't
to a
want to
goof
kill.
to scary to a goof to really scary.
Healer, you cretins! My legs are broken.
So Dr. Mengele lady.
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadia to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
She must stand trial. But we don't know what's happening in Sadia. Someone may want to protect her. And we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadia. She must stand trial. But she's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life.
Let's go with trial.
What if we leave her here?
Leave her? Do you think that's a good idea, Kian?
Her crimes are against magicals. Let them decide what to do with her.
I can't imagine they'll show her any mercy. Very well, Kian. We'll leave Sister Alessandra in the hands of her prisoners. May the goddess have mercy on her soul.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the shadows' work. Goddess, help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the
I
council.
like that he's come around. They did a good
I
job
followed
with
you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if
this not
necessary.
being a surprise that
Now
he's
my
on our
eyes
side
open
now.
this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake.
Still love this dialogue
Our
system.
friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't confront him about it until after the war is won. I gave you reason to doubt me.
I'm not so sure about that, Kian. I acted rashly and...
General, Hami, I forgive you.
Huh.
There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Kian?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. Well, she has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? It wouldn't have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Sire?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Hami. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels, against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship.
Sounds like something Pip would do.
Time to go.
Reap Moon's Eve. It's Halloween.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted
Giant
around the
steam
city,
calculator.
ready to handle any unrest, though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need?
Magical blood calculator.
You've done all I've asked.
Well, Jesus.
With the general away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the goddess.
This guy's a good guy.
The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the goddess.
Where is the first?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
Pretty cool looking.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
You could follow a guy with a costume like
Hami
that.
has returned. With Kian.
Not be like, are we the
He's
baddies?
joined the resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the resistance and Hami. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter.
Exactly.
Tonight, once the engine is active,
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
New character unlocked. Yeah, no kidding. We knew the voice of the goddess, her eyes and ears on earth. The prophet commanded the Azadi to travel across the Great Sea of the Northlands, occupy Mercuria, begin construction on the massive tower and the mysterious engine. Regular and usually unannounced visits both the emissary and the six in Sadir. Scary dude, basically. Okay. Darth Vader.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dolmari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything.
The prophet has to be a character we've already met.
And rain,
otherwise, why bother with the mask?
Stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends. And another begins.
Hey, it's Ferdows.
This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow.
It's come a long way. Also, he shaved again.
General Hami will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and sister sire. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Sire and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life. And tonight, so shall you. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its
scary
powers.
Magic computer.
This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic.
What happens if you destroy magic in the magic
memory of our
universe?
absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, Enu. There's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare
Like
to
I
move
said,
out.
Book 4 was basically
And
The
when this
Empire
night
Strikes
is
Back.
over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my
Hey,
own.
how you doing?
Anna will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Hami. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must.
As we can.
Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I really like the way they slotted Kian in like 2/3 of the way into the second game. Now it just feels like a natural thing that would have almost been beneficial back even in the first game.
That was a good speech. They will follow you to their deaths.
Super interesting to see what they would do if they were to like start over with this.
It's enough to know that we stand united.
Do the rest of the earlier games in this engine.
And I no longer have to feel torn between two worlds. All right. Everyone looks ready. Let's do this. For Shepard. For Enu.
For Shepard. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost.
So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look. Those shoulders don't look very strong. It's a good thing Hami had Ferdows hidden in a safe place, away from Vamon and Saya. Without him, we wouldn't have much of a plan tonight. We haven't had a chance to speak since that night I left for Kian. It's been awkward.
I stand with you, Kian.
Yeah, I'm curious if the first game would just do it straight in this engine, or if they would actually like introduce Kian sooner. I think that's probably would be the right thing to do. I think would be to have the first game feature April, Zoe, and Kian. Maybe Zoe and Kian less so, mostly April, but just a little bit of intro to them.
Anna, Alayna, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian, really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes. After. We really should.
I'll escort Ferdows to the engine house in the green and watch over him while he does whatever it is that he needs to do. Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Oh yeah.
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
You didn't know what he was up to.
He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
He was like a Manhattan Project scientist.
Something Hami said. Utana learned of my trip to Kian from a trusted source. I wonder whether she is Utana's trusted source or not. It doesn't matter now. We have other concerns. Did you tell Utana about Kian?
Alright. Yes, I did. I did it to help you. I trust the mother, I always have, ever since... Well, you know, you and her, you saved my life half a lifetime ago. I'm sorry for trying to help.
If you hadn't told Utana, I'd be dead now.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
I can't give her what she desires most, but I can still grant her a kiss.
No kidding, Kian.
I can't give her everything she's hoping for, but I can at least say something to make her feel better. Words can never bridge the gap between us.
Let's go with the...
Anyway, I guess this is it.
Alayna,
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Azadi are staying out of their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Ferdows?
With your help?
Like I recognize Anna's voice actor.
Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
Sure. Find a way into the tower.
Goddess. The Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast. Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves.
It's a Kickstarter backer.
Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly. Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly.
Martin Joachim Ulstein.
I can't believe it's Reap Moon already. I've been counting the days and now it's here. I hardly know what to do with myself. They'll burn the city to the ground. Watch the Wicker Whisper! Cheers everyone, bombs up! The next round! Goddess damned heretics.
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make
Get it,
such
Kian.
fools of themselves.
Before we get there, you'll have a... Calm down, everyone. If you're lucky, they'll burn the city to the ground. Anyone caught jumping the line will... There's no rush. This bloody nightmare. Move along. Move along. Happy Reap Moon's Eve. Go on, please. Not tonight. Good Elgwin. Nice.
A pumpkin. An odd vegetable. Native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir.
You have more to say about pumpkins?
Apparently, the reaping is the right time for pumpkins, and they're an important part of the celebrations. Goddess knows why. They're hideous things. A pumpkin. An odd vegetable. Native to the Northlands. We have a map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A
This
most
motherfucker, right?
joyful
I think I recognize this
Reap Moon's
guy.
Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and
Foul
humanity.
feathered.
A foul, feathered, chattering fowl.
No!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity. And an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before and caused a fellow follower a fair
This guy likes alliteration.
great physical pain
It's like CGP
and
Grey.
discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature. I, Honor Hileriss, candidate and faithful servant of
Honor
humanity,
Hileriss is the
will
perfect name for a
personally light the
douchebag
bonfire
politician.
to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic, honoring our ancient human traditions and...
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you. Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear.
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
They intervene quite a bit in local tradition.
This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenseless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal. Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards.
Save Crow. Yeah, save Crow.
Apparently, the reaping is the right time for pumpkins, and they're an important part of the celebration.
No, Kian, now is not the time to talk about pumpkins. Shut up.
Want bird. I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Kian.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoe Castillo.
You were a friend of April?
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Mercuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever.
I don't know, he seems like he likes to orate.
He should get involved. That's what they're here for. But there's no sympathy for magical creatures.
Come to witness the burning of the necromancer's minion, have you? And there's always room for one more witness.
This seems like an obvious target for sabotage.
Kindling.
This must be the kindling they used to start the pyre. In this city, they have bathtubs for birds. Baths. Got it. In this city, they have bathtubs for birds. The Northlanders are an odd folk.
Gonna complain about pumpkins again.
Dragon's fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. Grapes of Nedra. I'm unfamiliar with this wine. Purple Rose of the North. Purple Rose? This is supposed to be a wine. Mercurian Red. Plain spoken, but not particularly inspiring. Goat's Hollow Winery. No. Northland's Ruby. Any wine that begins with the word Northlands does not invite enthusiasm.
It's Reap Moon's Eve, sir, and you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape of...
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well.
What a Kian thing to say.
Tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle will serve me better. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
I mean, if we're playing one of these things is not like the other, maybe this one, right?
Fire wine. From the markings on the label, it looks like powerful stuff.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
There's a teeny little tasting cup. It's kind of adorable, actually.
Even this amount can probably kill a grown man.
Oh god, it's gonna be a game over. Tonight we fight like dragons.
Shadow.
That's a pretty funny achievement.
Burns like fire.
Tonight we fight like dragons.
It's pretty good. Empty thimble.
A thimble-sized taster cup. Dainty.
It is dainty.
A thimble-sized taster cup. Dainty.
I think as much as this game benefits from like having the internal monologue when you're selecting options, I wish there was some kind of on-screen indicator for when there was dialogue remaining. Because like I want to exhaust dialogue when I'm able to, but it's like immersion breaking when I hear a line repeated. Although sometimes it's funny, right? It's not always a bad thing. I don't know if an adventure game has done that. People banging. It's fine.
Everyone's drunk,
Sick.
uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong very quickly.
Move along.
Honor Hileriss has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the City Watch will fester and rot.
He sucks. We don't like Honor Hileriss.
Those paper dragons are illegal. They've been arresting anyone caught running them, but new ones pop up every day.
Some of them.
What are you doing? Don't talk to me. Find a way to save me.
It's gotta be something to do with the kindling, right? I guess I could buy the wine? Question mark?
Dragon's fire. They've even put a little fireball on the
Have you
bottle.
finished sampling,
I'm
sir?
not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. A thimble-sized taster cup. Dainty.
Dainty.
A thimble-sized taster cup.
I'll need the
Dainty.
cup back, sir. It's the only sampling cup I have. Hello again. Changed your mind, sir?
I'm buying.
Bye.
Which wine, sir? Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection, fortified with honey and
What's
malt.
the price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins, sir.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself.
Okay, so my character's broke, as is customary.
The Merry Minstrel. plenty of bitter beer for Reapmoon's Eve. From the state of the revelers, I can't imagine there's much left in those barrels. Empty. Not surprising. Filthy as sin. All of them. They reek of foul spirits and human sick. Welcome.
Drink the flagon. Drink the flagon. Oh, I can get a flagon.
Which one's least filthy? Nope. They're all filthy. I feel unclean.
Make an adventure game where you're just a rich person and all your problems are solved by just paying money. You just buy the hotel. Flagon? I think they said this was empty, right?
I'd say it was empty, but that'd be an insult to the thick crust of filth lining this cup. Ugh. There's a hard crust lining the inside of the cup. It probably contains a cocktail of every disease known to mankind.
Can't stay.
I'm not
sample again?
A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
I still think it's gonna be the fireball, right?
Interesting. You want to sample the dragon's fire.
I want to.
As you... There you go, sir. Give that a smell.
Dump it on the kindling? What do I need the flagon for then?
I, oh no, Hileriss, pledge to you.
Oh, that looks like that's right.
Barely 2 drops. I'll need a lot more for this to have any effect.
So I can't get a whole bottle from him, but that is the right idea. Oh, interesting. Can I, like, ask him to fill Is he, like, drunk himself?
Can I get you tonight, most?
A small sample before I...
Which wine?
He just gives me unlimited wine? This is kind of rad.
Interesting. You want to sample...
I want to taste...
As you...
Oh.
1, 2, 3...
He must just be drunk. Okay.
4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
That's an interesting solution. Flagon of Dragon's Fire.
This is a lethal amount of hard liquor. On the positive side, it's eating away at the filthy crust lining the cup. A flagon of Dragon's Fire. This is a lethal amount of hard liquor. On the positive side, it's eating away at the filthy crust lining the cup.
Death to magic! Death to magicals!
Sounds like Hileriss is about to wrap up his mad
I feel like this doesn't make things worse? Question mark? But adventure games, it's fine.
Humans have lower intelligence, but enough talk. This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I'd use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
Nice.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! God has protected us. He'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over.
Kian.
Go on, all of you. Go home.
Honor Hileriss sucks
Be
real
with your
bad, though.
families.
Good job. And now, get me off this blazing
I need something long enough to reach the cage.
Reach the cage.
Reapmoon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make
flames.
such fools of
This thing?
themselves.
Oh, okay. That was it, apparently. I don't know if I was there before. I would have grabbed that first to try to just free him. But I guess we had to burn Owner Hileriss to
Talk
death.
about cutting things close. I smell of singed plumage and smoke.
So, were you lying to me about that secret entrance to the tower?
No, I would never. Well,
Nothing of value was lost.
That would be just like me, lying to save my tail feathers, but I was actually telling the truth. I do know a way into the tower. From below. No? Not making much of an impression on you. Okay then. Follow me, big guy, and I'll lead you through the darkness into the light. The light, in this case, being the tower. More specifically, that weird pillar of dreamy light rising into the center of the tower with all the rotating metal bits.
You mean the engine?
Is that what they call it? The weird thing with the gears and the levers and the metal whatsits? Then yes, the engine. What, you don't want to go there?
Lead the way, Bird. And fast.
Crow. And I'm useful again.
Hey. Yeah, I was like, shit, I can't open that gate. Hey.
Imbeciles. Amateurs.
This guy is way scarier than he seems.
With? Don't they know who I...
Okay, so he's not the prophet. Good to know.
What took you so long? I've been in here for days.
You fool. How did you manage to get yourself locked up?
Some people don't appreciate art.
Come. You need to prepare the engine for the ritual.
Yes, Master.
Interesting. So what's up with the...
bloody time.
Guess we'll see where they end up taking Roper Klacks. I think that scene existed so that we knew the prophet wasn't Roper Klacks, so... Maybe they just had similar hairstyles.
I'm sure
hey,
you
it's the
remember
end.
this place. I mean,
Tavern.
You raided it and arrested everyone and directly contributed to closing it down for good. Remember?
Yes, Bird, I remember.
Good. Yeah, it's a far cry from how it looked back in those happy days, but I've nested here. It's not bad. Also, it's Crow. My name is Crow.
What does this place have to do with the tower?
Okay, right. So, there's a secret passage leading from the cellar into a ruined subterranean city below Marcuria. Both April and Zoe used it. I've been through there a few times myself. Purely for research purposes, of course. Not to look for treasure.
Where's the cellar?
Behind the bar and to the right.
Thanks, Crow.
The cellar door is behind the bar. Do you think I could claim squatters' rights and take over this place? I could make it a birds-only club. An exclusive hotspot for discerning fowls.
This is the cellar door?
They've boarded it up? It wasn't boarded up the last time I checked. Or maybe it
Find
was.
crowbar.
To be honest, I haven't been down there in ages. Well, I guess this is it. There's no way past those flimsy wooden boards. How about grabbing a cup of ale and a front seat to the end of the world? This is it. The end of our journey. And we came so close. I have to say, this turned out to be quite the twist.
Find Crow with bar, yeah.
I
Seriously?
forgot my purse somewhere, so I'm dead broke.
I really thought they were going to make me find some kind of adventure game tool.
Violence. I'm not used to adventuring with people who resort to violence.
That's great.
I have to say, it's very refreshing not having to look for keys or levers or trying to trick wizards into lowering bridges.
It's funny.
We should have brought you along from the start. You would have saved us a lot of time.
Let's go, Bird.
That's great.
Crow. Seriously. Watch your step, big guy. Here we are. This is it. The entrance to the grand underground realm beneath Marcuria. It doesn't look so grand from this side, but believe me, it's grand.
There's nothing here.
No, watch this. This next part is truly awesome. Ahem.
That's cool.
Look! Not bad, eh? Just like with your foot upstairs, except with my voice. Come on! What are you waiting for?
I can't get through there.
Oh, sure you can. It's just... Oh, yeah, no. I see what you mean. That would be a tight squeeze. You're bigger than I thought, big guy. Weird. When April and Zoe did it, they fit perfectly, and they're not that much smaller than... Wait, I know. You need to sing.
Sing?
Makes perfect sense. Bird makes music, bird-sized hole appears, human makes music. Well, you do the math.
I can't sing.
You have a sing hole in your face. Blow air through it. Go on. The fate of the universe depends on it.
Fine. How does it go again?
Now you.
That wasn't helpful,
Go.
Crow. Da 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 da.
Nothing. That was correct, wasn't it? It sounded correct to my ears.
That was, serviceable. So,
Maybe I need to do it louder.
I don't think... Wait. There was something else. When April passed through here, she had some sort of, egg.
Egg?
A magic egg. It must still be down here somewhere. Unless someone's stolen it. Which is quite possible. It was a while ago.
How would a magic egg help?
How can a magic egg not help? Come on, look for it.
This is ridiculous. I feel ridiculous. What a tragic fate for a lovely chandelier. This tavern must have looked grand back in the day.
I love the things that Kian is.
What a tragic fate for
He
a
hates
lovely
pumpkins, but he
chandelier.
likes chandeliers.
Once were barrels, probably for beer or wine. Once were barrels, probably
One of those
for
people
beer
that
or
did
wine.
okay with the music puzzles and the witness, but
They were probably used to hang salted meats. Marcurians may fall short in many areas, but their salted meats are spectacular.
absolutely failed at visualizing the Tetris puzzles.
A sad sack. Flour, maybe. Now this is the stuff. Real Southlands wines. None of that Northland swill they serve in most taverns. I'd be embarrassed to even call it wine. Tools. Rusted through and quite useless.
Go out the door.
From the label, I'd say this probably held liquor once.
Oh, really? That's nice from an accessibility perspective.
From the label, I'd say this probably held liquor once. I'll have to come back here after tonight to rescue these fine bottles from decay and obscurity.
They didn't even card us, dude. We have to remember this place.
They were probably used to hang salted meats. Marcurians may fall short in many areas, but their salted meats are spectacular.
Salted meats.
It's quiet out here. Most of the revelers are celebrating in the town squares or indoors.
See anything here? I think if there was just a little icon next to that eyeball that was like, just had like an old number, 3, 2, 1, and then once the 1 was gone, then you knew that you'd seen all the dialogue and you could click it again to play
They
through
were
it if you wanted
probably
to.
used to hang salted meats. Marcurians may fall short in
Spectacular
many areas, but
salted
their
meats,
once
got
were
it.
barrels, probably for beer. What a tragic fate for a lovely chandelier. This tavern must have looked grand back in the day. Ale casks, most likely.
It's new. Liquor, something.
A sad... From the label, I'd say
Where's
this
the
probably
egg?
held liquor once.
I'll have to go upstairs. Behind this thing. Oh,
There's
that's
something odd about that lamp. It doesn't match the rest of the decor.
It looks like an egg.
What's this? Some sort of egg? The goddess smiles on me tonight.
You'd serp with the egg emote.
Shadow. There. Got it. This certainly looks like a magic egg, whatever its true purpose.
That's convenient.
Hopefully, it'll help me. They used this ancient egg-shaped artifact for illumination. I wonder where it came from. It's clearly a magical relic. Hopefully this will help.
It's a broom.
They used this ancient egg-shaped artifact for illumination. I wonder where it came from. My suspicions are confirmed. It's a wall. Just a wall, really.
Oh, is this in the second game?
I used the egg. Weren't you watching?
No. But see, I told you, the magic egg helped. I guess you needed a magic item because you were so thoroughly unmagical. Me? I'm a magic bird. I'm my own, magic egg. No props needed. And now there are magic symbols. Cool. Well, good luck with that.
The same ones from before. Do. Hey, nice. I think I got stuck on that in the second game.
Work, big guy. And nice work, me.
Onwards, bird.
Wasn't that from the other side of that wall in the second game?
How hard is it to get that one right? Crow.
Yeah, the water wheel. I was stuck there for like a whole episode almost, I thought. I think that predated my Future Marsted notes. These were dark times. Alright, ruling out more characters for who is the the prophet. I don't remember, has the prophet been referenced much before this?
There used to be a lot of these creatures.
I kind of want to look at the
here,
character list.
Grubbers, but they've all vanished. I don't know where they could have gone.
Except Naxxus.
They wouldn't really fit in upstairs, especially not with the
stretched himself to look like a human.
Guidelines vis-a-vis magicals. So what we're looking for is right there. A floaty thing, what you can row in?
Boat?
That's it! Row, row, row your boat gently across the deep, dark, eldritch subterranean lake filled with all kinds of ancient
oh yeah, I remember this cave. That's kind of cool to see it done again.
Silence.
Crow. And I'm just trying to lighten the mood, big guy. You need to laugh more.
I laugh when it's appropriate to do so.
Show me.
What? No. I won't perform for you like a trained ape man.
Come on. You can do it. It's easy. Like this. See? Open your mouth, smile, push air.
They really put everything in here from the old
I
puzzle,
have a beak.
except for
I don't
the
know how it
ogre
works for you
guys, right?
humans, but if I was going to guess,
ha, 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 ha.
That's that's sad. Frankly, that was disturbing. Please don't ever do that again.
You have my word.
Good. So, did you and April ever hook up? You know, mate?
I just got her killed.
Bird, you need to learn common decency. And I am gay. I don't mate with women.
Interesting. I prefer females myself, but it's not like there's a lot of us around, whatever my species is. And as long as I'm not starting a family of my own, who cares, really? Although I would like to start a family, I'm getting on. It may not show, but I've plucked some gray feathers, and I can feel it in my wings. Most mornings,
this is
they're
great.
stiff as dry twigs. I won't be around forever. It would be nice with a young wife to take care of me in my twilight years, to regurgitate my food and care for our hatchlings. I'd like to pass down some of the wisdom I've acquired through my journeys across the world, and all the jokes.
I'm sure you'll meet the right bird. Someday. Soon.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Whoa.
Here we are. This is it.
This is unbelievable. It's beautiful. My skin is tingling. There's a strange energy coming from that. These are dreams.
That swirling blue pillar? If you listen closely, you can hear them. Thousands of voices. It is beautiful. This place was built by the grubbers who lived down here as some sort of container to store dreams. And now the grubbers are mysterious.
The grubbers were the ogre guys.
There's probably some greater
from the second
plot here
game
that I cannot possibly wrap my little bird brain around. The tower's right above us.
They built the tower on top of this place. That can't be a coincidence.
So it's kind of like a
speaking of coincidences,
Mercuria,
I remember the temple that used to be
Arcadia
up there
version of
before they tore
the
it down.
Dreamer.
Belonged to the Sentinel, the protectors of the balance. Nice place. Beautiful murals.
Just a
Shame it
coincidence.
got destroyed. And like I said, probably just a coincidence.
That's my way up.
I'll fly up and wait for you at the top. It'll take you a while to climb the whole way.
Then I don't get crow commentary the whole way. That looks bad. Well, that sucks. Thanks for trying, dude. I like when they do like stuff like that for budgetary reasons, but it also works.
Shit, they're trying to break through.
Oh, this isn't good.
That took longer than I expected. I had time for a wee nap.
Light. This is incredible. It must have taken years to build all this.
It's pretty nifty. And oh so shiny. You Azadi are really into metal, aren't you? So, what now?
I need to access the engine's central control panel. There should be a speaking tube there I can use to reach Anna and Ferdows.
I'm guessing that would be in the center
it's
of this
Rubber Klacks.
chamber. And there's someone there.
It's just one person. Can you see if he's armed?
I don't think so. He looks really old and frail. You could probably kill him with your pinky finger. Actually, he looks familiar. But I'm probably wrong. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
We need to be careful, or he may raise the alarm. Stay here, bird.
Crow. Crow. It's Crow. It's...
Various controls for the engine.
I instinctively press the Outer Wilds flashlight button there.
These are all
The pain of playing a lot of video games.
Pipes. These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes.
This is really spooky. He's talking to himself over there?
These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes.
These are not part of the engine. They're not connected via pipes.
It appears to be an old man. Is he an engineer?
Guess again.
This is it. No incantations, no sorcery, no suspicious wiggling of fingers.
I'm not a wizard, not really. Honest to God, I'm an engineer, just an engineer.
Dramatic irony.
For some reason, his oddly shaped head brings to mind Kian. There's something familiar about him. But more importantly, what does he know about the engine?
What's up with the statue? Is that just some bullshit they put into book 4 to make people speculate on the internet? That would make me mad.
I've seen you before. Your misshapen head, it's familiar to me. Were you ever on Kian?
No,
The truth now.
not in 100 years have I been to Kian. And that's the God's honest truth.
That head. I could have sworn. What's your business here, old man?
What's my dear chap? I designed and built this engine. This is all me. It's an accomplishment without equal in this world, and
So, what does it do?
What does it do? It calculates. It's a giant calculating machine, that's all.
It's like a Minecraft computer.
He's not being particularly forthcoming, and there's no time for diplomacy here. The pickled turnip beats the rod and nails every time.
Nice try.
It's an impressive piece of work.
They're doing their best.
Isn't it? A work of art.
Adapting fantasy and sci-fi
for this
idioms
after
is always a
spending
challenge.
Some amount of time inside a particularly insidious prison. Gods know what they're planning to use it for. I built the engine, but I'm not the one with the grand plans. You'll want to speak with the Prophet and his emissary. They're behind it all. I'm merely a servant. As I said, just a humble engineer.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe what you... Oh, thank the cruel gods of old you're here.
Oh! Shit.
As I said, just a humble engineer.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe what you... Oh, thank the cruel gods of old you're here, finally.
Whoa, wait, what? Is that actually based on my
As I
camera?
said, just a humble engineer.
I find that hard to believe.
That's kind of cool.
Believe what you... Oh, thank the cruel gods of old you're here, finally. Please save me from this barbarian brute.
That's pretty cool. All these conversations have been like this, and I've been rotating the camera constantly.
Wizards.
Good job taking out the frail old guy.
He actually got me twice.
What does that mean?
It means, hey, Klacks. As in Roper Klacks. Wizard, puppeteer, writer, entertainer, slightly creepy geezer. What's Klacks doing here? Last time I saw him, he got arrested by the Azadi for doing a puppet show about magic. Don't ask.
It appears he's working with the Azadi, not against them. But it doesn't matter. I need to contact Ferdows.
And I'll be perching right over here, keeping an eye on things.
Hello? Hello? Anna? Ferdows? Are you there? How does this Shadow Forge thing work?
We're here, Kian.
Thank goddess. So, what now? Hello?
You don't actually have
Did it let me pull the other ones?
We can hear you perfectly well. I'll put Ferdows on. One moment.
What a boomer.
Apostle? I mean, Mir? Kian? Right. Okay, so, remember our first conversation? You're inside the core now. The heart of the engine. And the chamber you're in, it's a battery. It contains all the dreams the tower has collected. Millions of them. You've probably seen the big glowing blue pillar. That's the vortex, the manifestation of the dream energy. You're standing by the main controls to the engine.
I don't need details, Ferdows. Just tell me what to do.
Sorry. So, there's a way to control the engine from where I am, but you need to give me direct access first.
Okay.
Right now, the engine will be in automatic mode because it's designed to be autonomous during the final calculations. You need to put it back into manual mode. There should be a panel to the left of the speaking tube. Locate the knob with a hand symbol on it. That indicates manual controls.
Left. Automatic, manual.
What's the plan?
I contact Ferdows via speaking tube, and he shuts the engine down.
And then we leave, unscathed, with plenty of time for a stiff drink and
From
a
a
nibble
desktop.
before bedtime?
Perhaps.
Don't perhaps me. I require concrete plans and positive thoughts, or I might have a panic attack.
And we're in manual mode. Good. That's great work. We need to act fast because warning lamps will be lighting up all over. Now that we've disabled automatic mode, you need to patch me directly into the engine's controls. Do you see the panel on the, I think the far wall behind you? Those are the pipes that connect to my location, to the knobs on my console. You must switch that panel's redirector at the same time you switch the signal repeater.
Jesus, it's a good thing there's two of us.
Switch what with what? At the same time? That panel's on the other side of the chamber.
This operation usually requires 2 people.
Ferdows, I'm on my own here. You know that.
Yeah, right, sure. It's still the only way to make this work, so,
I'll figure something out. Hold on.
Crow, go do the other thing.
We have a problem.
Naturally. And since you're including me, Crow, in this conversation, what is it you need me to do for you?
Ferdows needs access to the engine in order to reprogram it.
Ferdows? Reprogram? Those words sound like gobbledygook to me.
Just listen. Ferdows, will Crow be able to switch on the redirector?
Crow? What Crow?
Crow is a large and reasonably intelligent magical fowl capable of following basic directions.
That's great.
Can he turn the switch?
Reasonably intelligent?
I don't see why not. It's just a switch.
Reasonably?
Good. So, Crow, that panel on the other side of the room, there's a switch. Ferdows, what does the switch look like?
Reasonably? Really?
It's big and it's painted green. It should be easy to find, even for a bird.
Even for a... Oh, just wait till I get my beak on you, fella. All right, point me in the right direction and I'll flip your switch. Even a bird of reasonable intelligence should be able to pull that one off.
Do I have to go find it? I said I'm under time pressure, but I assume I'm actually not. Really like that puzzle where turning the camera got me in trouble. That was cool. I also like kicking the door down and making fun of the adventure game protagonist. So you gotta have an adventure game where you play as a rich person, like Yugo was saying, and you just solve every problem with money. You gotta have an adventure game where you just solve every problem with violence. That would be very fun.
These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes.
Does it have a green switch on it?
These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes.
So it looks wrong.
Knobs and dials, levers and meters. I don't know what any of it's for.
I thought it was back on this wall, maybe not. Maybe it's on an other, more different wall that I missed. You did a good job of making this place look really threatening. GTA is an adventure game where you solve things with money and violence.
These are all part of the engine. These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes. These are all part of the engine.
No idea which one you want me
connected
to
via
send.
pipes. Good. So, you'll need to go...
Options do I have? I think I was able to get to any of those. Or certainly, if I did, I didn't see anything green on any of them.
There. See that panel? Look for a green switch. Wait for my signal. Then flip it.
Gotcha. Wait, what kind of signal?
A signal, I don't know. I'll wave.
What if you have to wave for some other reason? It could get confusing. Fine, arm waving. I'll keep my eyes open for flapping arms. Wait! Did you actually call me Crow before? Not bird, but Crow?
I have no memory of that.
You did. You love me. I'll do anything for you, Kian. Anything you want. I can't believe you called me Crow.
Just do this, bird. Crow.
There it is again. Consider it done, Kian. Partner. Best friend.
Crow's on his way to the other panel. What do I do on my end?
So, let's see. There should be 3 panels where you're standing. And further right, another set of 3 panels. See the big lever on the first panel? That's the one you need to pull. There's only one. You can't miss it. Probably. Pull the lever and hold it down while the talking bird flips the switch on the other panel. Don't let go until I tell you to.
Understood.
This big one?
Goddess. Kian? Kian? What are you...
Utana? Mother?
Light. Why are you here, Kian? Oh, how did you...
He ended up waving for some reason.
To see you. Where's Hami?
Like bad shit's about to happen. He's super dead.
Confronting Vamon's men, together with the resistance. Mother.
After he said, "I'm going to see you again."
We know what's been happening on Kian.
I know. I know. We need to talk urgently, but not here. We must leave now before.
Wait. What are you doing here?
I've kept my eye on this engine, trying to learn what it can do. Kian, I need to tell you something important, and we don't have much...
Okay, remind me again about that sign you're supposed to give me, Kian. Was it one arm above your head, or... Oh, hello. Wait, what? You two actually know each other?
Crow. What?
Does everyone know each other? How many people are there in the world? 5? I guess I should be used to this by now. I've been around you guys long enough, nothing should surprise me. So, Mother, how's the Office of Scientific
So did it not
Research
matter
going?
where I
You
sent
just let me
the...
know when you need another message delivered. I'm your bird.
The
Oh,
Office
weird.
of Scientific... You work for
Nani?
the Office of Scientific Research?
Oh, Kian.
Works? Mother Utana runs the Office of Scientific Research. I know this because I've been a messenger bird for the Mother both in Sadir and here in Marcuria. She's the top dog, numero uno. No one above. She is the Office of Scientific Research.
Oof.
I was going to tell you, Kian. Just... not like this. Not now. I guess it can't be helped.
You knew about the camps? About the magicals? About what Sister Alessandra was doing? How long? How long have you known? Wait. Are you behind all of this?
I don't know what to say, except... I am truly sorry.
That's what I thought.
Just lie down. I'm sorry. Hold still. Don't die on me. You left me no choice.
What did you do? Did you just stab him? Why? That's...
What happened here? Who's that?
An inconvenience. I took care of it.
For your sake, I hope you're right. What's the matter with you?
Got punched out.
Goon. He sucker punched me.
And now you're back on your feet, so get to... What's the bird doing here?
You? Aren't you? No, don't!
Don't hurt Crow. Jesus! What the fuck? Shit happens in this
We can't
series.
afford any more distractions. The dreams are restless. The engine is ready. It is time.
Sucks. Yeah, they're just killing off characters left and right. Jiva, Chimera.
Jiva. That sounds familiar. Wait, Helena Chang's company. My mother. Helena started Jiva together with my dad. So that's where I am. Inside Jiva, in Mumbai.
How long has she been here? Interesting.
What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly? Incubation.
That's fine.
One 9. Faith. 1-5. Hope. 1-3. Hannah. 1-1. Zoe. Jesus.
What the fuck?
What does this mean? Was that my incubation pod? It's a notepad. There's a message from... It's from Helena Chang. My mother. Something about... This is about me. Some sort of physical status report. They've been monitoring me in that room for months. What's been happening here? They're scanning molecular structures, people, brains.
I wonder how long Tornquist et al. Had been planning this. There's certain stuff, like the tactical writing in all three of these games is incredible. I love the scene-to-scene, moment-to-moment dialogue and conversations and stuff, but like, particularly in Dreamfall chapters, and I guess I'll talk about this more during the credits, I wonder how much rejiggering they did of the plot in between books. That's not good.
Where am I? On the ground? And what are those blue lines?
Heading towards sequencing. Okay, well I couldn't go the other way. Stuff like Roper Klacks running the, being like a joke, running the puppet show, but then also being
I'm trapped.
a super bad guy who built the engine, right?
Exiting bioengineering. This is not Briar Rose. Shoot to kill.
Briar Rose is me, it's...
Target's down. Repeat, the target's dead.
Affirmative. Head back to bioengineering. There may be witnesses. Take care of them.
Affirmative, Watty Central.
Scary shit, man. Body Corp isn't fucking around. This is what happens when you let Amazon raise the cost of Amazon Prime by $2.
At least I know which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Upwards.
Had the gall to send me an email like, you should be grateful that we're raising your prices because we increased same-day delivery to 90 cities in the US. It's like, but I don't live in one of those cities. I don't care if you increased it. Don't tell me, like, select your email based on whether or not I'm in one of those places. That looks bad. Let's not go that way. Pay for their private army, right? Just crush some unions with it, it's fine.
What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly?
Go back out through that way. Definitely don't want to go near the soldiers, unless it lets me go into sequencing now.
Where am I? Underground? And what are those blue lines?
I don't know. I would get shot, I think.
Halt!
And then Zoe got shot. Can I get to that?
Stop!
No? Not too much else to investigate here, right?
To do this, but I need this more than
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm sorry.
Bioengineering is clear. Repeat, we clear. No survivors and no Briar Rose. Resuming patrol towards sequencing, Central.
That's bad. There's a lot of dead scientists.
They're all...
No kidding.
Hold it!
Oh shit.
Hold it! Central, I have eyes on Briar Rose. Briar Rose is running. Zone 3. All eyes on Zone 3. Hey, stop right there.
Nope.
Dad?
Zoe, don't...
Stop! Don't move or I shoot! We got her. She's in the core. I repeat, target is in the core. Stay there. Everyone stay exactly where you are.
Hello, Zoe.
Lady, I told you.
Mom. Helena. Dad, what's going on? What is this place?
You need to get out of here.
Is this the dragon tank?
Everyone, stop talking!
Those helmets are pretty useless. She's got a KN95 mask, that's how you know. Helmet filtration is garbage. In Super Hell Amazon world.
The new age.
Because they don't have a union.
Goddess, protect me.
Wadi
I
Corp.
pray I'm doing right by you. We cannot let outsiders dictate the future of our empire. The Prophet is a tool, and so is this engine. Your light is eternal, Goddess.
Prophet is a tool, like the Prophet's a tool.
The darkest corners of the world and beyond.
Like in a good way.
Behold, the mechanical revolution, an end to magic, the dawn of enlightenment.
Corresponds to the crazy machine at Wadi Corp, right?
Awesome powers.
This seems bad. Oh, we get out of this one. We got like 2 hours left. Shit seems to be... I thought we were already past the lowest point. The point's pretty fucking low at the moment.
Kian! Kian, please respond! Shit. We can't even get out of here with those soldiers trying to break in.
Yeah. About that. Is it just me, or is it,
Quiet? The soldiers must have left. Something's going on. We need to move. Now, if we can't get through to Kian, or if he's dead, we need to get into the tower ourselves.
But how?
If the Azadi really have abandoned their posts? Through the front door.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
I'm sure it will be. Let's go.
Are we controlling Anna? No, okay. Makeup's still on point.
There you are.
Mom? What? Where's Dad?
You must have a lot of questions.
Hey, why?
You did last time you tried to kill me.
Why am I locked up in here? Let me out!
I can't do that, but I promise I'll explain. Just try to relax.
Please, Is that... Dad? Dad! Dad, what's happening? Let me out!
He can't. Not yet.
What did you do?
I had to subdue him. There's so much at stake, I can't afford anyone getting overly emotional.
New character unlocked. Zoe's bitch mom. Strange single father. Raised Zoe on his own. Lied about the best for her mother. Created a rift. It's consistent. Zoe's biological mother. She abandoned custody to Gabrielle. Gabriel, excuse me. One of the bioengineering company Jiva, a subsidiary of Wadi Corp. Together with her then husband. Yeah, that was right. That's how the second game ended. She just showed up and drugged me. I was like, what the fuck?
Even though Helena's my mother, she clearly has little empathy for me. Pleading may be pointless, but maybe she'll respond to anger. Whatever she's done to me, she is my biological mother. That must mean something to her.
Please, let me out. Please. Please.
It's not gonna work.
Oh, Zoe, please pull yourself together. After we're done, you can leave. You and Gabrielle. That was the deal.
Done? With what?
The culmination of 30 years of research. My life's work. Rebooting the world.
What?
I will explain, and hopefully you'll understand. But first, I do need you to calm down and be rational. Nothing good will come from panicking.
She's right. There's no point fighting this. Not yet. All I can do is breathe, calm down.
That's better. Deep breath, Zoe. Now listen to me. For the past year and a half, you've been in a coma inside Jiva's labs in Mumbai.
Damn.
You've been dreaming.
No, that's not possible.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's all been a dream. Everything you've experienced has been real.
Oh, is she like astral projecting, but in Stark
Zoe.
instead of
While
Arcadia?
you were dreaming, you projected a physical binary of yourself into the waking world.
That's crazy. That's consistent with the first episode.
Entangled particles. One copy here in my lab, and one in Europolis. You dreamed yourself a new life in Propast, and it came to be as real as anything.
It's kind of a cool concept.
Why?
2 reasons.
She already felt like a natural extension of April's ability in the first game.
And more importantly, to trigger your memories and activate your latent powers. We needed you to return to that parallel otherworld to find and absorb a primal source of dreaming energy to fulfill your potential.
Lux, are you there?
You have a unique skill. You must have realized this by now. You can reshape reality.
I'm a dreamer.
There have always been stories of those born with the power to change the world, but I couldn't wait around for that to happen, so...
Yeah.
Your father and I made you.
They were married. Of course they made me. What does she mean? How's Gabrielle involved? What did he do?
My father?
We were partners, and you were the first experiment. Our first creation. We designed you. The first manufactured dreamer. You were born in this lab. There were other experiments. Half-sisters. Faith, of course, the final girl. She was a mistake. And you met Hannah not so long ago. She was the second experiment, after you. You were drawn to each other, and she was drawn here. To Eingana, to the dreams.
Eingana?
I know she's in Mumbai, but she's not strong enough to affect anything. She poses no threat. None of them worked out, not the way we intended. And I didn't think you would either. So I let your father take you away when you were a toddler. He cared so much about you, he was willing to give up everything, his life, his career. Me? How could I say no? It wasn't until you connected to a dream machine that I realized your powers were there, only latent. That's why I put you in a coma and brought you back here. I did it to protect you. If I hadn't, Wadi would have taken you. Your father had no choice but to come along. He did what he had to do to keep you safe. We both did. We saved your life, Zoe. And we made a deal. Gabrielle would help me finish what we'd begun. We'd be partners again. And then, afterwards, he could take you home. I'd leave you alone. The deal still stands once we finish changing the world.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sure things will go back to normal.
Helena is clearly unstable. Did she just say what I think she said?
Changing what?
Changing everything. for the better. I need you to understand this. We're going to remake the world.
But then things go back to normal for you.
How? I don't have time to go into details, but there's a place we go when we dream.
Story time.
Different cultures have different names for it. The Aranda people of Australia call it dream time. Think of it as the initial state of all matter and energy in every possible universe. The blueprint. All realities originated in this initial state, and they remain entangled, evolving, one universe affecting another. Wave energies are fueled by dreams. Particles in our world are entangled with particles in Arcadia because they were created together in story time. Eingana has the power to change the wave field, and thus the observable universe.
It looks the same as the Arcadia tunnel.
How does Arcadia fit into the puzzle? If that wasn't a dream, then what is it? Wati, the dream machine. They must somehow be connected to Helena and Jiva. What about my friends in Propast?
Yeah, I wonder if this was the plan all along, and it's like unfortunate that they're having to kind of rush it into an exposition dump from your mom, because like I think they were planning to do more than this, right? And they kind of just had to wrap the story in Dreamfall chapters. Is that right?
How and Arcadia?
One of many worlds spawned from dreams. A world of...
I like the setting concept.
I'm a scientist. I don't understand magic. It's chaotic, complex, and unpredictable. Magic is dangerous, and it has no place in a rational universe. But we needed it. We had to bridge the divide in order to store these vast quantities of dream energy. We put things in motion to return you to Arcadia, but you did most of the work yourself. Of course, we had help on the other side, a partner, but he didn't... You did it on your own, Zoe. You were compelled to connect with the primal force that inhabited the initial state.
Who could that be? Like someone that's been to Stark, it would only be Brian Westhouse, but
the divide.
we've barely seen him.
Some force guided you. I don't know how to quantify it or explain
He did
it.
show up in Amnaxis' tower. It was kind of weird.
You absorbed the energy, and it didn't kill you. You got stronger. Strong enough to wake up and break out sooner than anticipated, but the timing ended up being perfect. You've reached your full potential. You're finally ready to interface.
Not sure how
with
much they had to
Eingana.
rush to wrap up.
What? So what's Waticorp's role in this?
Wadi funded us, funded the development of the Dream Machine. We needed to collect and store dream energy. The Dream Machine facilitated that. They thought we were working for them, not the other way around. Wadi just wanted brainwashed consumers. They wanted to sell their silly toy to billions and rule over a virtual world. They have
This game really is prescient in a lot of ways, isn't it?
What if I dreamed myself into Europolis? What about Reza? My friends? Were they...
Dreams? No, you don't understand. They're real. All of it was real, Zoe. You were there in Propast, a physical projection walking amongst real people. A three-dimensional copy made flesh using the power of dreams.
Yeah, so was astral projection.
Realized.
That's I like that though, because it's like we've established that she's physically in Arcadia, so her being able to do it in Stark shouldn't be that surprising.
It's a shame he had to die. Falk Friedman saved your life. As for Reza, it's more complicated. He's been an unwitting agent of Wati. His reckless investigations caught their attention. They needed to manipulate the press, and they wanted to keep an eye on you. He was an easy tool, so they brainwashed him. We'll fix Reza, I promise.
What? Fix Reza?
She's mentioned Eingana several times now.
Is that the dragon from the test tube?
Meet Eingana. It took me decades to design and build her. She spans dimensions, taps into the dream energies. She's quite the thing. But she's actually not the first. Wadi had the prototype. They used her to operate the beta version of DreamNet. After she was destroyed, we built Eingana 2. She operates the version of DreamNet currently processing and recording the dreams of hundreds of millions of Dream Machine users. And now, we're reversing the process with you as the conduit, connecting quantum fields, connecting dreamtime with reality, Eingana will begin to alter our observable universe. Don't look so worried, Zoe. You won't need to do anything. She knows what to do. I've programmed her, and my template will guide her. Together, you'll make a better world. A world without sickness or death. A world without superstition, intolerance. A world where everyone's equal, where justice and compassion will prevail.
But what needs to be sacrificed for that?
Not ruled by corporations or religions, but by science and logic, by rational thought. A better world.
She's waiting for me to respond. I think she needs me to understand. If I don't say anything, I need to stall for time. Keep her talking until I can figure out a way to open this pod. How will you accomplish all of this?
I know you have more questions, but we need to get started before
done
these
monologuing.
goons break down the doors and ruin everything.
Helena, wait.
Here we go.
Oh, hey, this is... Oh, book 1 started, right?
Crow? Crow, is that you?
I think so. I'm
super dead.
Supposed to show you something.
What? Why? What are you doing here? And where is here?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a bit. I don't feel right. I'm not sure what happened.
You're dead. It sucks.
I'm not sure I'm all here, if that makes sense.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I can see how that makes no sense.
What are you supposed to show me?
Oh, I almost forgot. So the ghost in the machine told me to do this thing. This one last thing. The ghost said that this has been my destiny all along. I don't expect you'll know what I'm talking about.
Crow, I don't even know where this is. A minute ago, I was inside a pod in a lab, and now...
We're inside the quantum weave that makes all the stories. This is reality's blueprint. How did I know that? What does quantum mean? What's a blueprint?
Well, that explains everything.
That was sarcasm. I detect sarcasm.
This ghost in the machine, who was it?
No idea. I remember nothing before meeting you here, aside from a ghost telling me to show you what I'm about to show you. And I don't even know what that is.
Show me what? There's nothing here.
Let's go find it.
Is this the place from the beginning of the second game?
Does this look at all familiar to you?
It looks like a monastery.
There you go. Maybe that's it.
That doesn't really help.
Or it looks like the
Hey,
tower,
that
maybe.
looks like
But
a
they said the
diary.
monastery, so... It's on the title screen, too, wasn't
It's a
it?
handwritten letter.
I am at the crossroads between waking and dream. One path leads back to the world I left behind.
This is Brian Westhouse at the bottom.
The other path leads to a place of shadows. Between the familiar and the unknown, between certainty and doubt, my choice would seem obvious. Any sane man would turn around, return to the world he knows, forget what he has learned, and live his life in blissful ignorance. But in truth, it is too late. My choice was made many years ago, when I first embarked on this journey. I cannot turn back.
Brian Westhouse, the final supervillain of Longest Journey.
But for me,
he's probably the prophet then. It's the only one that makes sense from the
I
other
leave
characters.
behind these words in the hope that someday They will serve as a map for someone else. To whomever reads this, Godspeed on your journey. If you ever decide to follow in my footsteps, look me up. Brian Westhouse.
Brian Westhouse? Our Westhouse?
The plot thickens.
Thickens or just getting more muddled? I don't know what this is supposed to tell us.
Because it said learn the truth,
involved?
made it sound evil,
There's
but...
that, I guess.
Come on, there's more.
Follow Crow, learn the truth.
We're ready, traveler. Your journey is about to begin. The ritual is ready. Step onto the dais, traveler.
Yeah, I think this was at the beginning of the second game, or at least we saw Brian Westhouse in this monastery, and then we cut to Zoe, I thought.
Okay, so what just happened?
Portals. They're all over the place. Let's follow him.
Through the... Wait! This is the story time.
You know this place?
I remember. I was here. For a long time. It's the place between. I didn't want to wake up and they needed me. The people who were dreaming. They were sick.
So the blue guy was?
I tried to help them.
Uh-huh. Interesting. But we need to see what's going on. I'm supposed to show you this.
Place looks really cool. There's a lot of cool like landscapes and like animated art assets in book 4 and 5.
What are you doing here? You cannot be here. It will find you.
I don't. Where am I? What is this place?
How did you get here? Go back the way you came, quickly. You cannot stay.
I don't know how to go.
It is here. What have you done? What have you done?
What do you mean? What?
The Undreaming.
Oh, that seems bad.
What is that? What? No. No. No.
What did you do, Brian?
What is that terrifying thing?
That's the Undreaming.
It's
I know it is.
the bad thing from the Neverending Story.
Well, that's going to give me nightmares for a long, long time.
The Undreaming entered Westhouse.
It sure did.
Was he looking for it? Is that why he came here? Or was it an accident?
Let's leave it vague.
I guess that's what you're supposed to figure out. Come on, we have more places to visit.
At least after Crow's death, he gets to take us on an exposition tour. I like all the ideas they're talking about. I'm just a little bummed that it looks like they're having to kind of speed run through them here. Yeah, that movie is fucking scary. It's a lot of those, like, fairy tales for children that are fucking horrifying. He's gonna take his mask off. It's gonna be Brian, isn't it? Hey! Nice. So I wonder if that scene was at book 4 where he shows up in the Abnaxis Tower and he's kind of creepy. Like, do you trust him or not? Does he show up very much in the second game? He does towards the end, right? Like, you get on that the airship that takes you to where April dies. Remember you see him on his deck in the first game. Songlines. She ran away and she made her dad really sad, and now she's an adult?
Home, sweet home.
Where you been,
The
Saga?
house feels strangely quiet. It must be,
Dad.
what, a year since I last visited? And who knows how long it's been for the house. Could be a day, could be decades.
That's cool. She looks cool.
Balance. I need to get moving. There's not much time until the song lines align. Let's see. Elixir, a good rope, a spatula. Chop chop, Saga.
Saga just knows adventure games. Okay.
I don't know if I like it. I barely remember her. Oh, I was a handful back then. It's a miracle Papa didn't lock me in my room. Not that it would have done much good. Paths and portals everywhere. They were happy here. For a brief time. And then... attachments are risky. Especially when you live like we did, adrift between worlds. You just have to accept the risk. I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside world. My books, and Uncle Galeth. But he was careful not to say too much. He knew I was too curious. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back.
It's pretty cool.
I'll move
Spatula
those out of
City.
here someday. Spatula? Check.
Looking spatula, but okay.
I'm out of the elixir. Okay, I knew that. No worries, Saga. This is all part of the plan. I'm fairly certain the recipe's in the compendium. There should be enough time to prepare a bottle. Prophecies can't be wrong, can they? No. Right? Ready for elixir making.
Pronounce elixir? Like there's an extra I in there? It's interesting.
It stopped working years ago, and I don't know anyone who can repair that.
She played that one radio song that's in like 4 or 5 games from the 2010s. I think it's in both Portal and Mass Effect, and I feel like I heard it in 2 or 3 other games.
Mama was beautiful. I guess I got my looks from Papa. The song lines are not yet aligned, and I need to get everything together before then. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back.
Do you like that?
I'll move those out of here someday. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on the open market. Transdimensional domicile for sale, fully furnished. Beware, temporal shifts and transdimensional tears.
Tears, I think.
I'm not a writer. I can play, I can paint, but I didn't inherit her talents.
Like her being a writer is really significant.
I think I know most of them by heart still. I didn't have a lot of choices back then. I'm not sticking around very long. Next time. I devoured those books when I was younger.
That already?
It was all I had of the outside world. My books, and Uncle Galeth. But he was careful not to say too much. He knew I was too curious. Rope check.
Right, I need to make the elixir.
I thought Papa got rid of Hugsy. Did he find his way back? It wouldn't surprise me. There's nothing I need in there.
Yeah, I never went in there before. What's I need here? I have my spatula.
The humble spatula, queen of kitchen utensils. The humble spatula, queen of kitchen utensils. This should be long enough and strong enough to get me where I need to go.
Well, this you just jump straight into, and these are the adventure game things that we need, right? Spatula, rope, holy elixir, go. It's fine. There's something on the ground here.
I remember something about being chastised. The house was holy. I was not allowed to harm it.
Missing something. A knife. Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Elixir of extraordinary extra-human strength, elixir of multiple consecutive climaxes, elixir of selective remembrance. There. Elixir of delayed onset of mortality. That's the one. Keep ticking after you've taken a licking. Page 100.
I love the text for this.
Dried blood bog blossoms.
I wish I had a chance to read all of it.
Void oak, boiled in strong liquor. Those things should be easy enough to find around here.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem. Blood bog blossoms. That's
If I was making a broth to cure path sickness, sure. Delaying death? Not so useful. Isn't the house supposed to take care of all living things inside it? I didn't know I had to water the flowers. Oh, but wait, maybe... Dried blood bog blossoms. Check.
Good enough, basically. Magic's, close enough. Art.
Jade Green Baiju. High-grade stuff,
Oh,
too.
yeah, isn't that the thing from the earlier chapter?
This should be more than good enough.
That's the really expensive thing you get for Queenie, right? I don't know if we ever got a resolution as to who Queenie was.
Great wine, but not enough alcohol for my purposes. Also, boiling this would be sacrilege.
Respawn stuff everywhere else, basically.
What a mess. But there should be void oak leaves here.
Oh, sure.
Leaf of void oak. Nice and dry. I think that's it. That wasn't too bad. And there's still time on the clock. Time to boil up some elixir. Ready for elixir making. Ready for elixir making. That's the alcohol heating nicely. Nice. Bit of a waste, but it's for a good cause.
Hey Charles, how you doing?
No, this doesn't look right. I'll need to double check the compendium. Bring the alcohol to a boil, okay. Mix in the fine
Oh, the order
dust of
matters,
dry,
okay.
crumpled leaf.
Because I got the first one
Add
by luck.
whole blossoms, and bring the mixture back to a boil. Easy as alchemy, which is so much easier than science. Dried leaf, crumpled
It
to
actually
a
is
fine
canon.
dust,
Close enough is all that matters.
and whole blossoms. Perfect. Now it just needs to boil again. How do I know when this is done? Will there be a...
Poof.
Definitely a poof.
Hey.
Looks the right color, and it's already cooled down.
Okay.
I love alchemy. So much easier than chemistry. Laws of science need not apply. Rope, spatula, elixir. Check, check, and check.
Surprised it didn't make me get the
I think that's
inflatable duck.
everything. With only minutes to spare, you'd almost think the stars are aligning on purpose. Except no stars, paths. Time to go knock down a wall. With my bare
She
hands?
mentioned this earlier.
No, Papa did too good a job with the masonry.
Break down the bricked up doorway. Spatula it to death? Really want me to do something different to it. Okay. Saga levels are always a little tricky because it's like lots and lots of inspecting the environment.
Too many memories.
Oh, is it
This
this?
should do the trick.
Alright, that's a nice thing to have. While you're here, Saga, grab like a crowbar, a 50-foot hemp rope, a lantern, a jug of oil. A grappling hook would be good. Is it one of the Monkey Island games that gives you a whole shitload of like items that would be useful to an adventure game protagonist as a joke and then takes them away from you? forget which game that was. Cool.
You know that feeling when paths don't line up with where you want to go? That feeling. In all fairness, when these songlines were first sung, I don't think these walls were here. Or these metal gears. No worries. I come prepared, because prophecies. I do love their style.
Get out of this place. Where the hell is this? Metal gear. Half of the quotes in that are from Shenmue. I'm excited to play it again.
This is so enormous. I'm almost impressed. But I've seen too much. I'm just too jaded. There's a gap and I can feel a draft. This is it, the way out. I'll be mincemeat, and then we'll all look very silly for trusting prophecies. I'll need to stop those gears from moving before I can squeeze through.
Yeah, it's completely bizarre.
Not what I'm looking for. Nope.
It's
like being inside a massive mechanical Swiss watch. That's not it. This is it. I just need to switch it off. Luckily, I came prepared.
Did you? Spatula?
Second one from Perfect Fit. The spatula really is the queen of kitchen utensils.
Sure. Certainly done less silly things.
I feel like I'm playing life on cheat mode.
Can I take my spatula back? He's like the super adventure game protagonist. Yeah, exactly. I think that's fun. I don't hate that. Been a handful of meta things in this book and in the last game and this game. They do a decent amount of poking fun at themselves too. Oh, this place is... Oh, shit. Oh. I'm in Arcadia. Okay. Here's save the day.
Down there. I hope I'm not too late. No, we should be good. I'm on schedule. Hang in there, Alvani.
Be the, Saga Ex Machina. But we've spent, like, a quarter of every book making sure that this is set up and she doesn't just come out of nowhere.
This looks pretty sturdy. Sturdy enough for a rope. And me.
That one's more recent.
Shit, there's a lot of blood. I really hope I'm not too late.
He's fine. Here, have this don't die potion.
Drink.
I like her cool, like, possibly completely for fashion, Sony Walkman set up there. Follow Crow and learn the truth.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up.
Yeah, this is his balcony from the first game, I think.
Stay silent for one bloody minute. I can't. I can't think. I can't sleep. I can't dream. I can't have you inside me. You're eating me up. Why are you not doing what I've asked you to do? You're supposed to give me power. You're supposed to serve me, not the other way around. Stop whispering.
That was his
Magic
idea.
must be destroyed for the worlds to become one, for Stark and Arcadia to reconnect, for me to return home. You must help me accomplish this. You must listen.
Isn't
to
Westhouse from like the late 19th century or something too?
It'll cause chaos.
Times passes differently in Arcadia, like Narnia.
Millions will die. I don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
Stuck for a long time.
Must be done.
So Brian is the prophet. That's a twist I didn't see coming. Who am I kidding? Of course I saw that coming.
Brian's possessed by the Undreaming. He brings it to Arcadia, and then it starts talking to him.
Wonder how long
controlling him?
that's been on the docket.
Sounded to me like he wanted to control it.
But why?
To destroy magic?
There must be more to it than that.
I'm just repeating what he said. Come on, there's much more.
I've been here before.
The Dark People's Library.
Oh yeah.
Something happened here.
Draic-kin lady.
Here we go.
Who's there? Hello? Funny Bird, is that you? Oh, I didn't see you. Are you looking for something? Wait, no. What are you?
That's bad.
He killed the White Dragon.
Yeah. And I was there. I saw Mr. Westhouse, and he saw me. He tried to kill me too, but I was struck with something from that pointy magic stick of his, and I blacked out. Next thing I know, I was stowed away on a ship to Sadir. I must have crawled into a barrel or something. I didn't remember any of it until the prophet grabbed me. I hurt him. There was blood, and I don't know what happened next, but his blood, that's what's helping me pull you into these memories. The prophet's blood. Is that weird?
It is.
No weirder than anything else I've experienced this
It's
past
a
week.
fair hand wave.
Welcome to my life.
Do you question the goddess, Utana?
Of course not. I just want... I need to understand why all non-humans must be destroyed.
Magic is an aberration. It has no place in this cosmos. It's chaos, and chaos interferes with logic, with the engine, with her plans.
This I understand. Reunification cannot happen as long as Arcadia is ruled by magic. But the non-humans...
If we are to fulfill the wishes of the goddess, we must purify the world. Only then can the mechanical engine serve her. Do you understand now?
Yes, Master. My office will establish camps and ship non-humans to the islands. And I'll find someone to spearhead the program to eradicate magicals.
Good. I'll be leaving for the Northlands soon to oversee the final construction of the tower and the engine. I trust Azadir.
Has the Prophet gotten a lot of reference in earlier chapters? I don't remember. We've seen him for the first time in this chapter, right?
The
Or this
Six
book.
will continue to heed our advice. Sadir belongs to us, Master Prophet.
And this new emissary?
Sister Saya will join you. She's young, but clever and loyal. She'll serve you well in Marcuria.
I trust your judgment. Send word when the camps are ready, Utana.
Did you understand that?
No, but that was Mother Utana. She took me in after I arrived in Sadir. I did some work for her. She helped me get back to Marcuria. Kian and her appeared to be very close until she stabbed him.
Oh, the Prophet's actually in the second game?
To the belly.
She what?
I don't remember that. I'll look it up.
That just happened. Out there. Before the Prophet wrung my neck and... Oh, Mother of Ravens, I remember now. I remember what happened. I think I died. Am I dead?
You're here, that's all I know. So Mother Utana serves the Prophet, and the Prophet orchestrates the destruction of magicals. Which means Westhouse is responsible for actual
I
genocide.
think I know the part you're talking about.
God.
I feel weird, Zoe. I don't like this feeling.
Gotcha.
I'm scared.
Do we then run into Westhouse not long after that? Let's not continue discussing whether you're dead.
That place, it was filled with
That's how you got out.
numbers and calculations, an eternity of equations. I couldn't find my way out. It was terrifying.
That's what you do to him in the
So
first
much power.
game.
I owe you my life, sir.
And now you will serve me.
How?
You'll help me build something. A mechanical engine.
I feel like Roper Klacks being relevant here is like
Calculator I was trapped inside.
Anakin building C-3PO, right? That's what we want to reuse an existing character, yeah.
Never before seen. In return, I'll grant you power.
Power? What kind of power?
The kind you once knew, Necromancer King.
That was a long time ago. Another age.
Oh, they did
One
do
in which
Necromancer King in the
magic meant
previous
something. I
book.
accept your proposition. So what's next? What did you do? What did you put inside me?
Something to keep safe. Something that must remain hidden.
It whispers to me.
Don't listen to it. The Undreaming has ambitions. Best we don't let those ambitions loose on the world. Not yet. Tell no one of this. There are those who are willing to commit murder to get to what's inside you.
My lips are sealed, Master. I swear.
Only the scepter can shatter the shard of the soul stone you carry within. The The Soul Stone? My Soul Stone? It was never yours, wizard. But yes, a piece of it. This scepter and the Soul Stone were forged from the same dream at the beginning of everything. Is that the silver spear of Gorimon? Where did you find it? It harbors great and ancient magics. Could I? No. And not magic. This is an object older than magic. It can both control and destroy magic. It's capable of slicing through the fabric between worlds. It's so beautiful. I spent decades looking for it. I found it with one of the draic-kin.
So he can't actually shift like April, right?
Alive? It's been fed the blood of dragons, charged with the oldest magic of them all. It's finally ready. And once my engine has been built, the scepter's true powers will be revealed. You'll stay close to me in Marcuria. I'll call on you when I need you.
Do a puppet show in the meantime.
With the help of the Azadi nation, you'll build my engine. They're eager for the power they believe it'll grant them. They'll serve me, their prophet. In exchange, you'll have everything you could ever want. You'll be there, next to me, reshaping worlds. I look forward to it, Master.
I knew that wizard couldn't be trusted.
I could have told you that. Wait, I did. He was there, Klacks. When the Prophet broke my neck, he's working for the Prophet.
So Klacks has a shard of the Soul Stone inside him. That must be the same Soul Stone I brought to Lux. Why does the Prophet need to keep it safe?
Something to do with the Undreaming?
The Undreaming? It's inside that shard. It's not inside Westhouse because then it'd be controlling him, and he's the one controlling it. You were right, Crow.
I was? I think this is what I was supposed to show you.
Okay, so what's next?
We keep walking, I guess. I mean, maybe there's more to see.
April? Okay.
You. I should have guessed you'd be here. Or, it's not actually you. This place is strange. You're probably just an echo. A ghost.
Yeah, I'm impressed that they actually killed off April.
About find her, save her. I found you, but I didn't save you. I didn't save anyone.
You did.
How?
I was trapped. You freed me.
You
Oh, did they get
died.
April? Yeah, the voice actress?
Reborn.
Sounds similar, at least.
How? You're not telling. Or this echo is incomplete. I know this can't be you. Not really, because you're dead, and this is just...
Rose here. Oh, that's cool.
What do I do
It's a bummer
now?
they couldn't get the same Zoe back.
I'm supposed to save the dream, but
The new one's pretty
I
good,
don't
though.
know how.
What have you learned?
I don't know. Westhouse brought the Undreaming to Arcadia. First, it was inside him, but then he put it into the Soul Stone shard. He became the Prophet, and he manipulated the Azadi people, freed Klacks, and... Klacks? The shard's inside Klacks, which means the Undreaming is inside Klacks, and that spear can shatter it.
The one that killed the White Dragon?
The silver spear of Gorimon? That's what you were supposed to show me, Crow. The key to destroying the shard and unleashing the Undreaming. The Undreaming isn't the real danger here. I mean, yes, it is dangerous, but only because Westhouse is using it, controlling it. We need to unleash the Undreaming.
That sounds a teensy-weensy bit risky.
I know,
Just a bit.
but this is what has to happen. I don't know why I know. Maybe because Lux knows, and Lux is part of me now.
We find the spear and murder Klacks and unleash the Undreaming, all by ourselves?
We can't. We need help. We need...
Kian.
Kian. If I can get word to Kian, then there's still hope. But I need to get out of here. How do I get out of here?
Good luck, Zoe.
I have no idea. That was a neat little cameo.
Hey, funny bird.
April?
Are you ready to go now?
I think to say goodbye.
Yeah, I am. I've missed you, April.
I've missed you too. Come on, Crow. We have a long journey ahead of us.
That's nice. At least they get to go out together. Longest journey home. Yeah. I think walking sim is like the natural evolution of the old school adventure game, to be honest. And the gameplay that they dropped from Dreamfall The Longest Journey was universally reviled. The worst parts of the second game were the parts where you played a video game and had to do stealth or combat, so I welcome it.
I'm back.
This chapter in particular, though, feels like they tried... Well, I'll talk about it more during the credits. I want to let it finish, but
I need to do, but
it feels like they had like another
in the fucking pod.
12 books of content that they had to rush into one.
Okay.
So it more makes me sad. I'm not like mad at the developer or anything. I think it was just a budget issue. Escape the pod. That's kind of cool, and I can't move.
That panel operates the pod, and oh, it's right there. Only a thin sheet of plastic away. A thin sheet of very, very strong plastic. Dad, is he okay? He looks unharmed. Oh, thank God. Dreams. Entangled dreams existing in multiple worlds. Pure energy capable of changing the universe. What's looks like reality is
Spatula scene was kind of like a parody of adventure games, which they've done a couple times here. Like Kian busting the door down.
Starting to get thin near that vortex. It's Eingana's doing. And mine. Wait, does that mean I can... Yes.
Oh, this thing. Wasn't that in book one?
Waking and dream. Story time's right here, a thought away, which means I can shape dreams. I can change reality.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've been able to do that for a really long time.
Locked.
Oh, and the part of the Baba Yaga, that's right.
Of course. He's woozy, but the only thing on his mind is me. He's really worried. Hang in there, Dad. I'll get you out of this, I promise. Come on, Helena. It must be in there somewhere, the code. You must have been thinking about it just there. Got it. 7914. Okay, so let's try this. 7914.
That's cool.
What?
I like her
this
boots.
Isn't right. You shouldn't be able to... Hold on, Zoe? Just wait. Let's talk this through. If you don't reconnect with Eingana, the wave field will collapse before it's reached the correct amplitude. Don't you understand?
Sounds
this reality
bad.
is perfectly entangled with the proto-reality. I need...
Stop.
I just clicked the thing that it popped up. I don't know if I was supposed to let her talk there. Hope that wasn't a choice.
Your powers are manifesting an observed reality.
This isn't just walking sim either. It's kind of like Telltale style, choice-driven.
That's interesting.
Walking sim.
The world is changing. You're in control.
And in the tradition of that genre, the last episode can't really include too many references to your past choices.
Oh, put that thing down, Gabrielle. We both know you won't use it.
Our contract is void. Wati security is right outside that door, and you've set your insane project in motion.
It's a big gun.
What's stopping me from killing you right now?
Her. You won't kill your little girl's mother in front of...
What's that? What's happening?
I don't know. This never occurred in any of my models.
Looks like Arcadia.
The cut. It's closing up.
It's temporary. You'll need to have it looked at by a proper medic before the night's over, or you'll bleed to death.
Is this magic?
Who cares? It's saving your life. Delaying death.
Utana. She did this. Who are you?
Long story. How are you feeling?
Better. Good.
Great. We're running a bit short on time, so you'll have to excuse me.
To be honest, I kind of prefer this format to the 90s adventure game. But...
is this?
Not magic. And shut up. I'm trying to focus. Hey.
Whoa.
Hey?
Nice outfit.
Thanks. You've opened a portal between Stark and Arcadia.
It's called a shift.
You're a shifter?
Like
Not
April.
really. I usually walk paths that are already open. To be honest, I'm not very good at this. I need to stay right here to keep this shift open, so we'll have to skip the handshakes and move on to the main event. Kian, Zoe, Kian. I know you guys are supposed to speak. That's why we're all here. So speak.
Yeah, they've just barely missed meeting each other several times now, right?
We have. We keep missing each other.
Yeah.
We do. You don't what?
You first. Zoe.
I know who the Prophet is, and I know how to stop the Undreaming. Or at least, I think I do. It might not work, but it's all we have, and... Roper Klacks. He's the key. He has a shard of the Soul Stone inside him, but we need the Silver Spear of Gorimon to destroy it, and that's...
Zoe. Slow down. The Undreaming.
A destructive force, capable of unmaking the universe. The Prophet's using it to destroy magic and reunite the worlds.
I don't mind the comedy-based ones. Even like The Longest Journey is pretty silly because of that.
Gorimon. The Prophet used it to kill the draic-kin, charging it with dragon's blood. He needs it to destroy magic and alter the dream. The spear is the only thing that can shatter the shard inside Klacks.
Of course. And where do we find the spear?
The Prophet carries it with him.
But I really like
I don't think he lets it out of his sight.
So, find the Prophet, find the spear.
And probably Klacks.
Klacks was here. I punched him, but he got away.
Someone survived being punched by you.
I held back. He called himself an engineer.
The Prophet's been using Klacks, like he's been using your people.
But why does he want to kill magicals?
Maybe, in his own twisted head, Brian believes he's doing the universe a favor.
Could you guys get a move on? I'm not sure how long I can keep this doorway open.
We need to stop the Prophet, Kian. And we stop him by destroying the shard of the Soul Stone Roper Klacks carries inside him.
You're certain this will stop the Undreaming?
I think so. It feels right. Besides, what have we got to lose?
Nothing. Everything. But if we can stop the Prophet by taking his spear and killing a wizard, this is something I can do.
I'm coming with you.
No.
No, you can't. We're not done here.
I'll see the two of you afterwards.
Like, what remains of Edith Finch is a, oh, that's sad.
Nothing. I'm Saga.
Bye.
I'm Zoe. But you know that.
Listen, this may look easy, but it's not. Weight of worlds on my shoulders, the pull of alien gravities, knees buckling, etc. So you need to not distract me.
Okay. Sorry. What should I...
We wait. I opened the shift, you spoke to Kian, that's why I was sent here. What comes next? It's not up to me.
How do you know all this?
Because that's how the story goes. And it's been written, and we can't change that. Now shush.
Okay.
Talked a little bit about that. Destiny in this story. Edith Finch, Hellblade, I think those are games that like would not work as point-and-click adventure games, right? Because they are so deathly serious. They have little mini games that are similar to adventure games, but I think probably the most serious traditional point-and-click adventure game I played, other than The Longest Journey, that I liked was Loom, which was also quite silly, but was a little bit more serious. I guess even the original Longest Journey, like, although it took itself pretty seriously, had a bunch of mini games that were like very intentionally goofy. And I think that combination of seriousness and goofiness is part of what made it land really well for me.
Something's happening. The air is shimmering, and there's a deep hum that's making my bones vibrate.
Really cool looking area. Shimmy, shimmy. Maybe there's a thing I can like grab here or something. It's like a super obvious thing here. Like riding up the chain, maybe? No? Running around for another minute or so, but I think I'm about ready to accept a hint here. Doesn't seem like there's a lot to grab onto here. Like waiting for that, maybe? I don't think it's close enough to work. Oh wait, there it goes. What do I wasn't targeting it before? Get it, Kian.
Oh, sorcery.
No, not
really,
sorcery.
But great that you could make it.
Who the hell are you?
Is everyone gonna ask me that question?
Saga.
Who am I kidding? Of course everyone's
Have you been
going
watching
to
the
ask me that
interludes?
question. I'm just the woman keeping the doorway open because I was asked to do so and I couldn't really say no. I have no idea who you are, lady, so I'm going to guess you're not that important. But him? He's got a job to do.
Is that
That's great.
Stark? Is that Stark through there?
Is it?
Yep. Hi, Zoe.
Anna. This one's Ferdows.
I always believed the stories about a mirror world. Oh, but this...
Hurry up, bud.
It's incredible.
Where's Kian? Is he alright? We lost contact with him.
He went after the Prophet.
Of course he did.
I'm sorry, but Saga, how are these two going to help?
Well, she's not going to help,
I
but
don't
he
know.
is.
I'm a glorified doorkeeper. Why don't you ask them?
Don't look at me. He's the star here. Ferdows. Ferdows, stop staring at that bloody portal.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Tell this one what you're planning.
I was gonna feed the engine a series of, calculations designed to make it, well, to force it to, well,
You have a really hard
stop.
problem.
You mean crash it?
Crash? Yes. Yes, exactly. How did you know? Do you also code spheres?
Spheres? I've considered a career in spheres. So you can force the engine
Was that
to
based on a
crash.
previous choice, the career in Spears thing?
I mean, no. I could have. Not anymore.
It's like, oh shit, right.
It stopped
Your
taking
choices.
new instructions when
Fuck.
it began running the final calculations and...
There's no way to get in.
No, it's a closed system. Once the final set of instructions are running, there's nothing that I mean, I didn't write the core operational code. If I knew more about how that code functions, then maybe...
Do you have schematics, diagrams?
Diagrams? Of the engine? Well, I don't. But they keep diagrams right here. You know, I could probably find some.
Get them. I happen to know the most brilliant engineer there is, in Stark at least. If anyone can wrap their head around a steampunk calculating engine, it's Wit. Saga, can Ferdows pass through the shift?
No idea. But you made it through without being torn into a billion pieces, so the odds are decent.
I'm good.
Them. What was that about a billion pieces?
Don't worry about it, let's go.
Let's go.
Huh?
Friend of Kian's?
Not really, no.
So this is some sort of magic portal between worlds?
Something like that.
Huh.
Vaven? K-O-N Technologica?
The most advanced engine there is, yeah. Wait, you're not speaking English? I guess you weren't speaking English in the first place, but I still understand you. Do you understand me?
Huh. Koe?
I guess that was expecting too much. Well, we're gonna have to make this as simple and as visual as possible. Mira, put Wit on.
That's cool.
No. Shut up. No discussions. Do it now. Please. Wit?
Shut up, Mira. We don't have your voice actress.
Hold on, I'm sending you some schematics. I need you to figure out a way to get this system caught in an infinite loop. And Ferdows, watch. Hey, watch this.
It's cool. I have thoughts. I'm very sympathetic towards what's happening in this book.
Everything is ready?
Everything's ready. Master, the engine is operating within parameters, the Well of Dreams has been activated, the tower is focusing the current, and the tear is expanding. You need only tap into the well with your scepter, and then you can shape the dreaming to your will.
Good. You'll receive your reward, Klacks, I promise.
Master.
At long last, they'll understand when they witness the new world. They'll understand that I was merciful and kind, that I acted in the best interests of all humanity. Sometimes people have to die for the rest of us to live on. And I can go home again. After all these years. Home.
That's gonna work. That's pretty cool looking. Brian Westhouse is the devil now.
Goddess, it feels like reality itself is coming apart. We don't have much time.
Yet? Doesn't matter. You're too late. We've already won. And you'll be properly dead.
Whoa. I actually have to dodge those.
Ha! What did I tell you? Dead.
Suddenly pull it out.
I just need
Bullet heck.
land. The Neanderthal must be dead. He couldn't possibly
Bullet not so bad.
fall.
See. Get the thing.
No, no! Give
ask me that. You don't know what you're doing. It'll eat you up. It will destroy you. It's channeling the dreams of an entire world. I'm on your side, you idiot. I'm trying to eradicate magic.
He hasn't been trying to do that for a minute.
What are you?
Oh, really?
Don't! Oh, damnation.
Shit.
Do you understand me now?
Yes, perfectly. On that side, you're speaking gibberish.
Zoe?
English. It was English. But did you pick up on what Wit was showing you?
Zoe, you need to hurry. The shift's starting to contract.
Ferdows learns it.
So did it make sense to you?
The instructions? Yes. Yes. It
Thanks,
made
Wit.
sense.
Thanks, Mira.
A special set of instructions.
I miss Mira.
fed
She's great.
Directly into the engine, designed to mask itself as part of the final programming, but with erroneous calculations. Calculations that will cause the engine to enter an infinite loop and burn itself out.
Virus. We call it a virus.
Like a disease? This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense.
Now, Zoe!
And can you do it?
Well, I don't know if I...
Ah!
Well, shit.
So, can you?
Now that I understand the fundamentals, yes. I'll need to feed a series of manual instructions directly into the engine. It'll take some time, but I can...
Time we don't have. Just get started.
Get into an infinite loop.
Goddess. All right.
Oh yeah, we haven't dealt with him yet. Can Anna be helpful and deal with him?
How do we shut it down?
Only she knows.
We won't be shutting anything down, even if you threaten
He
to
really
shoot
needs a
me.
belt.
We're not shooting any...
Oh shit. He's all extra cool looking now.
Mr. Westhouse. What are you... Oh, God.
What are you doing?
God, you're dressed like a
You're not supposed to be here.
Sith Lord.
You betrayed me. You're trying to destroy everything I've...
Oh, he is a Sith Lord. Darth Brian doesn't have the same. Darth Westhouse.
Did you think I'd let you play God? Existence is an accident. It was never meant to be dreamed. There was just dreaming and undreaming. For every creation, a destruction.
Oh, I'm like doing all of...
Infinitely in balance.
How do all those work together? Light, time, mind... Face tattoo battle. So what do you do about the Undreaming? What's your plan here? Hey, it's Lux.
You're not supposed to be on your own. You've been causing so much grief. They don't understand you. They don't understand that there needs to be balance.
The Undreaming.
All things. Life and death. Light and darkness. Creation, destruction. Dream and undream. All things in balance. It's time to come home. and to dream new dreams.
Okay. That's thematically consistent. I didn't realize Lux had alien hands.
It's working. It's working. The engine, it's spinning back around, reversing the instructions. The vortex is winding down. Thank goddess. It's working.
Good job, Ferdows.
They're here, Vamon. Hami's men, the rebels, and your men too. Deserters! Goddess, save us, they're here!
He's gonna push her.
How did this happen? Were your men not supposed to remain loyal? Did you not make me that promise?
I killed Hami, but his men must have got to mine. They saw the tide turning. They were spooked when the tower lit up. Sorcery. They believe it's sorcery and they blame us.
So do something about it!
What exactly do you want me to do? Convince them to change sides again? It's over, sire.
Everything's falling apart. Goddess, why have you abandoned me? I thought I was doing your work. So we stay here, and we face them when they come. You and I, together. We tell them we were misled by the Prophet, like so many others. That we believed we were acting in accordance with the wishes of the goddess. Perhaps the light will shine upon us, and we'll be spared. Or at least, we die with our heads lifted to the sky, redeemed in her glory. Vamon, we can walk the slopes of the first mountain, hand in hand. You'll do this for me, Vamon. Because
He's gonna push her over the balcony, isn't he?
And you wish to protect me. We share the responsibility for this.
I am not.
Who writes this shit?
It's
the camera angle,
tried
right?
and executed in ignominy. Her shame was too great. She jumped. She had misled everyone, including the commander. I will let you take credit as the sole architect of our grand scheme, sire. I grant you that gift.
You're welcome. That's fair. That's a reasonable... Like, oh yeah, we got to deal with Vamon and Saya. Got it. Perfect. Now, what's Saga up to? Oh, poor Crow. Plays that song from the Final Fantasy Origins Stranger in Paradise trailer. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Is it worth muting? Bullshit. Sorry, it's a sad scene. I like Crow, but that scene has corrupted any sight of someone putting in headphones and playing music in a video game forever. This section gets muted on Twitch VODs. Okay. This As long as it's just got a claim on YouTube, I don't mind the Twitch VOD, but if the YouTube just has a copyright claim and it doesn't get like blocked in certain countries, it's okay. I guess Saga's been prepped to follow the story of this the whole time. Oh, it's the same song? Okay. That one didn't get blocked. So. Pretty song.
Darling boy. I'm
sorry for stabbing you to death.
In the middle. I'm returning to Sadir. This has been a setback for us, but we will persevere without the Prophet. The council is ours. We control the army. We may not be able to rid the world of magic yet, but we can cleanse Azadir. We can prepare for the war ahead.
Seems bad.
Doing what needs to be done to save the soul of our nation, to save our people, to save you, Kian.
Oh, you pretty well fucking failed at that.
When you reach the first mountain and look down on us all, you'll understand.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that seems about right. Get torn to shreds, right?
What? You?
That's right. You left me to die on a street once. I'm just returning the favor.
But you were nothing. Just
a slave girl. I'm free now.
Very torn to shreds by that crowd. It was reasonable. He did kind of participate in doing a genocide. To shreds, you say? 1 week later. Hey, we're back at HQ, where everybody's dead.
Their war isn't over yet, and there's much to do before Mercuria is truly at peace. But they deserve respite.
Everybody died.
Hami. So many fallen. If I hadn't gone... But then we wouldn't know the truth. I wouldn't know the truth. And we probably would have lost this war. The dead will be remembered by the living, and their souls will find a home in the light. Whatever they decide to do with the Enclave, this will remain here as a symbol of the resistance and our struggle. Bob who can see. I'd say rest well, but I know that whatever awaited you on the other side...
Not one for
you
any?
won't sit still for long. Whichever deity rules your afterlife is probably tearing their hair out. The General lived a long life, filled with both triumphs and regret. But he ended it his way, standing tall and proud, and foul-mouthed. You guided us, Shepard. You guided me, and you believed in me when no one else did. When I didn't believe
See,
in
it looks
myself.
like a
You saved
feather
me,
for Crow, too.
and this is how I will remember you. Are you going to kill me now?
I did swear an oath, Azadi.
You did. And if you choose to do so, I won't fight you.
I believe the gods may be willing to turn a blind eye to my commitment.
Good. I'm glad you have forgiving gods.
I share the sentiment.
So, what now, Liko? Where to next?
I'll stay for a while to help the Resistance rebuild, and then I intend to return home.
To Azadir?
To Antigua Aba, yes.
Whoa, what the fuck?
My
She's
people
live?
need me.
I hope we won't end up on different sides again, Liko.
We'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen, Azadi.
I'm happy to see you back on your feet.
Shit, I thought she was
Well, it
dead.
touch and go for a while. I guess I got lucky.
Well, that's good.
Either that or one of the 19 deities I loudly cursed while bleeding to death finally paid attention. Once they got Naane out of her cell, she was able to do her magic. There's still pain, but it could have been worse. So much worse.
Oh. Is that because of my choices?
Well, in a way, I'm sorry I wasn't there to see things through to the end. I feel like I let everyone down.
We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Enu. You let no one down.
Thanks. You? Don't leave.
This war isn't over.
I know, but don't leave. We can't fix things here without you. And without Shepard, it's just me and Liko now.
You will.
Wait, what? Me? How? What?
You're the strongest and bravest person I know. With Liko and you here, the Resistance will do fine.
I don't... But... No, you see, I haven't... Huh?
The others trust you and admire you. They'll listen to you. You've proved yourself.
Okay, now you're going to make me cry. That's not fair.
You'll be fine, Enu.
Oh, okay, here we go. Floodgates wide open.
Goodbye, Enu.
I love you. I mean, in a friendly way. I mean... screw it.
I'm glad Enu didn't die, but I thought she was super dead.
Goodbye, Kian Alvane. Prophet, General, whatever else you're going to accomplish with your life, and I'm sure you will accomplish a lot. Good luck with everything. Go save your nation. Okay, all right. We have so much work to do.
Farewell to Enu. So she would be dead if I hadn't locked up the healer lady, Naane. I forget what my other choices were with her. Was it binary, lock her up or don't lock her up?
Hey.
Interrogator, executor,
Who
maybe?
are you? Where do you come from?
The ether. I followed the song lines here. I walk between worlds. I'm Saga.
Saga. Thank you for saving my life, Saga.
I guess you could say it's fate that I
that's
ended
cool.
up where I was supposed to end up. Not due to any actions on my part,
Saga's
but
picking
because
actions
the
here.
universe decided. Fate, choices, I don't know. It might have played out differently, if not for a whole lot of coincidences along the way.
I guess her being locked up meant that it was ambiguous at the end of book 4.
The
I thought she
choices
was just
I've made
dead.
led me down this path to Kian at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life. Fate, choices, I got lucky.
Perhaps luck played a part, but you chose to help me. And I thank you for that.
Sure, I guess. Thanks for saving the world, then.
I think our friend Zoe deserves much of the credit for that.
Interpreting Saga is this like very meta, like
If not,
the nature of stories, right?
we all would. She's...
Important? Oh, yes.
How did you know to be in the right place at the right time?
I wrote your story.
Whatever the reason.
Oh, that's
maybe
cool.
I
Switching
don't want to
perspectives.
know. Who is this woman? Her secrecy and lack of respect is frustrating.
That word also pops between them.
Does it matter? Who in Shadow's name are you?
Saga, I already...
I know your name. Who are you?
It's going to take a while to explain. Luckily, we'll have plenty of time before we get to Sadir.
Sadir?
Dreamer who dreams the dream.
Capital of the Azadi Empire, situated where the 6 rivers meet the...
Stop playing games, woman.
I'm coming with you.
What? Why?
Because that's how the story goes. It's been written, and we can't change that now. We have a war to win. And then, in another decade or so, there's going to be an even bigger war. You'll definitely need me for that one. Us. You'll need us. It's been foretold, Bloodless King, for thousands of years.
Bloodless King?
Seriously, I promise I'll cover all of it when we have some quality time to ourselves. Oh, and one last thing. You may not like this one, yet. You're going to adopt me.
Adopt? What?
What?
I'll need a name, in Azadir, a surname, otherwise I won't be useful to you. No one listens to a nameless person, and it's not like we can just get married. So you adopt me and bring me into your family, and I take your name and become a princess. Saga Alvane. I like the sound of that. I've never had a surname. We didn't need one.
What are you talking about?
Again, I'll
Audience surrogate Kian.
And we should leave soon, because Sadir needs you.
Got it. Yes. Yes. To Sadir. But unless you explain everything, I'll toss you overboard before we're halfway there. Understood?
No, you don't understand. I'm going to teleport us there.
Good. Adopt.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how did you get here? How did you know I was in the Enclave? What was that portal? Can you open portals anywhere? Why not
Everything. I pinky promise.
Light save me.
I think it was the right decision to not answer all those questions, but I'm surprised they answered as many questions as they did, given that they were willing to do that with Saga there, right? It may have been that I can imagine a lot of artistic pressure to like not end it on another cliffhanger after the first two ended on a cliffhanger, right? The Golden Sun problem.
Good morning, sunshine.
Especially if it got kick-started.
Oh no, not again.
I promise you, it's for real this time. Do you need anything? Do you need water? The curtains closed, or...?
No, it's okay. The sun, it's good.
The doctor said you'd be waking up. I wanted to be here when you did, to explain.
This is another simulation?
Win?
We're still here, and the bad guys are gone, so I guess we did.
What happened at the end? There was a bright light, voices, and nothing. Darkness, and then, well, this.
I don't know. That thing that came through, it wasn't human. It tossed me aside like I was nothing.
A Sith Lord.
Lucky I wasn't killed.
Darth Bryan.
I tried to get back on my feet, but then there was a blinding flash of light. And when it faded, it only took a second or two, and then there was just you. No one else. I thought you were dead.
And Helena?
Gone. Perhaps that thing... Anyway, she won't be back. If she survived, she'll stay away. Too many people want her locked up. or dead.
Watticorp. Are they still after me?
Oh no, they've got enough problems on their hands. Your friend Sully broke the story. They've been linked to the suicide bombing in Propast, to political
Sully.
payoffs, to corruption.
We like Sully.
And their plans for the Dream Machine were exposed. No one's going to want to log back in anytime soon.
I doubt that.
The Syndicate's under pressure from the other corporations because of their relationship with Wati. DI is under
Facebook's
investigation
corrupt?
too.
Well, I'm
They
deleting
pulled
my
operatives
account.
from Europolis. That article made shockwaves. Sully sounded really happy when he called. He'll be even happier when he hears you're awake. Wati Corp will probably survive. The Dream Machine will not. And without that, they couldn't care less about you. About us.
Let's just go back to our normal life then.
That's good. And
The
Reza,
optimism.
is he...
When Eingana was destroyed, DreamNet shut down. Wati could no longer control him. He's okay. Confused, but okay. I called him this morning. He's on his way down.
Good. Dad, what were you doing in Mumbai with that woman?
I didn't know any other way. Unless I cooperated, Wati was going to take you away. Helena convinced them to let us bring you to the lab. They believed we were working on improving DreamNet, while Helena was secretly working on her project, altering reality.
How?
Use entangled particles to affect the quantum state of dreamtime in order to reshape the physical universe. Change dreams, change reality. Helena spent 30 years on this project. We were partners. But it was always her project, her theories. I'm not sure I ever believed it would actually work, but she was determined, and I...
You made me.
We did. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me for not telling you the truth, but you began life as an experiment. Our goal was to create an individual capable of existing in both realities, the physical and the dreaming. Someone who could change the world with a single thought, with dreams. But it didn't work. You were just a child. To your mother, you were an asset she could use and discard, but you were my little girl. That's why I left. You were only 2 years old. Helena had given up on you. In exchange for my share of Jiva, she let me take you away. I thought it was over. I didn't know she'd come back for you.
There's too much to process right now. I can't. I'll need time. And I'll need the whole story, from beginning to end, all the way back.
Of course. I'm really sorry, Zoe. I let you down again.
Dad, stop. You did what you had to do to save me. I still need to understand exactly what happened, but I don't blame you. Where are we? Still in Jiva's Mumbai lab?
No. This is the real deal. We're back home. Back in Casablanca.
Okay, good. I want to stay.
In the hospital?
I want to go home. To our house. I miss home. I miss you, Dad.
I've missed you too. Of course you can come home, sweetheart.
But I'll be asking tons of questions, and I expect honest answers. No more protecting me from the truth, okay?
Okay.
Right now, though, I just want to sit here and watch the sunlight. I'm sick of sleeping. Sick of dreaming. I want to be awake.
Tried to get out of here for years.
Oh shit, sorry, I was muted, yes. Or, thing was down.
Well, I just disappear.
What did I say? I said baby crow. I laughed at the fact that Saga still had the same outfit with the headphones. Some use of the Bloodless King thing. I figured Reza showed up because of my decisions earlier, because I didn't screw up my relationship with him.
Hey, you.
So he's Briggers. Would that be different if I had done things differently with Reza earlier? Baby Papa. Those who walk between worlds. Oh, really? It's the same either way. Interesting. I guess their argument is like, oh, he was brainwashed, so it's all fine if we unbrainwash him. Oh, hey, we're back here. Oh, is Saga going to be the old lady from the beginning of the first game? Because I thought that this house looked familiar. That would be cute. That's nice if that's what they're going for.
Every year, it gets colder. Now let's see if we can't put some life into you.
Build a fire. Oh, really?
I had to
Rest your legs
Meta.
in the comfy chair.
I couldn't just let that mystery be. But the paths didn't lead me to them all to that time, and I found nothing. There. Oh, yes, I remember that place. And that strapping Coruscant farm boy. It was an enjoyable 2 weeks. Until his wife returned. I miss you guys. So much.
I do like the idea that she's from the beginning of The Longest Journey. It's cool.
So I stopped trying. One of my favorite worlds. Vast and beautiful. It took me days to walk there, across treacherous song lines, avoiding discordants and bell strikers. I prefer my worlds three-dimensional, thank you very much. The dead walked in that world. They were exceedingly polite, but it still creeped me out no end. One of the Sylphan worlds. Beautiful and peaceful.
Hoping she still had her headphones.
As always. So naturally, I grew bored again. I won't mess with this one, but I think I'd like to revisit this particular scene in a painting. Perhaps something that goes further back, to the beginning of the journey. Dragons and dreams. My dearest Kian, I miss our long conversations. I even miss how every single one of my jokes passed over your head. I'll leave them up. After all, Papa isn't around to tell me to clean up and bring them to my room. From what I've heard, she lived a long and fulfilling life. And I know she passed the dream on, or all this wouldn't be.
Fair.
Oh, dear old Hugsy. You're barely holding together. What's that, Hugsy? You miss Papa? I miss
I don't know if we got a resolution on exactly what happened to Papa, did we?
I would so like to go, but not now. Not today. So much energy. Her chi is in this.
Is that Queenie?
I'll leave it be. Someday, at the very end, maybe we will meet face to face before the cycle begins anew. The twin worlds became one, and decades of strife and unrest followed. Many perished, but it had to be so. Magic and science could not be divided forever. That's a tale for another occasion. Worlds like that one are jarring. Everything just slightly off. It's like it was designed to keep me on edge, and I have such a hard time understanding post-physicals.
I assume people caught that this was the same room, like, as of, like, book 1, right?
She spoke to me.
Back in the day.
Comforted me.
It's knocking on the window.
I'll sit down and read later, with a good cup of tea from a floating teacup.
This just seems like the correct way to wrap it. I'm sure that this was the intent all along.
It's freezing out there.
It was Baby Crow.
You should not have let me go outside. Brr.
You're a big boy. What imbalance were you thinking?
Fresh air. And I was going a bit stir-crazy inside.
You know very well it's not safe. Paths shift with the wind between worlds, and the song lines are fragile things at the best of times. One discord, and you could end up lost forever.
Like your mom?
Just like...
You worry too much, old woman.
Oh, old woman? Huh? You're no spring chicken yourself, bird.
Oh, bird me. I've survived worse. Anyway, time to dry my cold feathers by a roaring fire while I enjoy a saucer of sweet sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's pretty impressive.
I forgot to tell you. You can't.
What? I can't what?
Be here.
You're not serious. You're serious.
I'm receiving a visitor, and she mustn't see you. There'll be too many questions.
You weren't here in
questions
the longest journey.
I can't easily answer.
And who, pray tell, is this very important visitor?
I will tell you. Afterwards. Go upstairs and warm yourself by the chimney. It won't be too long.
After all these years, I get no respect. No, don't say anything. It's fine. I'm going upstairs. Just don't expect me
I'm not clear if she like reincarnated Crow as Baby Crow, and that's grown up Baby Crow, or if it's literally Crow.
I'm making shortbread.
Call me when it's ready.
Rest your legs in the comfy chair. Remember that from the earlier Saga scene. That was cute. There were 2 kids.
Welcome, April Ryan.
Oh, that's interesting. So like Cortez. I didn't get a lot of follow-up on that. Balance is restored. Journey's end. Yeah, so I really liked Dreamfall chapters on the whole. I liked books 1 through 4 a heck of a lot, and obviously I've had things to say about book 5. One of the things I said when I was my mic was off was that like the last hour or so was solidifying the things I was saying earlier I was going to wait to talk about until the credits. But this really feels like they probably had about 10 or 20 more books worth of 4-hour episodic adventures, because there were so many like huge twists that were crammed into book 5 that I almost wish that book 5 had just like continued at the normal pace of the previous 4 and then just been like to be continued in another decade, right? And I wonder if the Kickstarter like crowdfunding model hurt the game, that they felt like they would let people down if they ended it on a uncertain cliffhanger again, right? it could just be part of the thing that's like, this isn't the sort of story that you resolve or you resolve quickly. Yeah, and I have full sympathy for the team. I don't think that the product is bad by any respect. They're in a shitty situation, and given that they had to wrap up a lot in 4 hours, I think they did a really good job with it. The scenes were all well blocked and well acted, and there were some really cool set pieces that weren't just reused from previous chapters. So it felt, book 5 felt to me like I was reading the storyboards for like the next few seasons of the game, the next few sequels to the game, right? Like we had this idea about Brian Westhouse being the bad guy all along. We had this idea about Saga being adopted by Kian, and that was one of the things that just like, she says it so fast, like, you know how sometimes like a creator will come out after a work has been canceled and like release like the notes, the bullet points of where we were planning to go with it, right? The show Dollhouse from Joss Whedon was kind of bad, but they did something similar after they got canceled in the first season. So the finale of season 1 was just like a quick jump ahead over the course of 40 minutes to where they were planning to take it over the next several seasons. The IP belongs to Funcom. Oh man, that sucks. I still think the IP has a ton of potential, and I mentioned earlier that like I wish they'd pitch this to like Netflix or something and try to make it into a TV show, because I think it would work really well. But honestly, I think that the choice walking sim thing that they put together for this third game would work really well if they backported it. And I also kind of get the sense that this story was a little bit pantsed, if that makes sense. I forget, I have source amnesia for where this term entered my vocabulary. There's some article that somebody published about writers who are planners versus writers who are pantsers, like fly by the seat of your pantsers, where you kind of let the story take you where it takes you. And some of my favorite creators are definitely pantsers. So I kind of get the sense that, like, in some cases, Tornquist and the other creators don't really know where they're going with Roper Klacks, for example. They let the needs of the plot guide them to what they're going to use Roper Klacks for. But I think that if they had the chance to start the story over from the beginning, with the ideas that they developed at the end, that they would probably have seeded the beginning quite a bit differently, like a dungeon master who gets a chance to restart their campaign with a different group of people, you know. Tornquist left Funcom. They allowed for this game to be made. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I would love to see what does the story look like after the team has had, you know, at this point, almost 3 decades to think about it. You sent that, Six Gun? Thank you. Yeah, if you can dig it up and repost it. That was so long ago now, I just remember it standing out to me. I said I'm a huge fan of pantsing. David Lynch is like the ultimate pantser, and he crushes it. But he also gets like hundreds of millions of dollars to make his movies now, tens of millions of dollars to make his movies and TV shows. He doesn't have to depend on last-minute crowdfunding for a game with a tenuous IP and an expectation to deliver, right? So Elden Ring is so close. I'm so excited for it. But I like this. I can see where they were going with it, I guess, is probably my final thought on it. That, like, all of the bullet points of where they were going with, I liked. I just felt it was kind of a bummer that this particular book, this episode, ended up having to be basically the twist dump, right? Like, we need to get everything that we wanted to do with all of these characters out in front of you, and we need to do it in as little time as possible. There's a project called The Longest Journey Home, but they'll need the IP to make a game. Something like a webcomic is another possibility. That could work, yeah. I think that the ending of the story where they talk about the cycle beginning anew kind of opens them up, similar to Pathologic, to reboot it and have the reboot be canon, right? Because there's a lot of themes in the story about cycles. Xenogears Saga had similar woes, yeah. I never finished Xenogears. I feel like I started disc 1 several times, but isn't that the one where, like, the game just stops being finished, like, halfway through? It just kind of, like, limps to the finish line without any budget to do what it wanted to do? I definitely felt that way about Saga. Like, this has a scope problem almost. The second disc is just story concentrate. Yeah. It, like I said, it more makes me sad than anything. It's like it's seeing the realities of the market and the pressures that creates on artists to deliver, right? Time is not a circle, it's a spiral. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they planted that there on purpose because they were thinking of doing something like that.
Perhaps you know me too
I think that video games are a particularly challenging realm to come at with a like massive and complicated and well-written and interwoven setting, right? Like, I was trying to think in my head, like, why does something like Outer Wilds stick the landing so well and doesn't feel like it had to compromise on its vision? And I think it's because Outer Wilds is like such a fucking small. it goes to like the extreme extent of like reducing spacefaring civilizations to like a dozen people, right? And I think that's part of it, is just you make something that's an epic like this. And like I mentioned earlier, I think all of the moment-to-moment scenes in this and Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, and The Longest Journey were all amazing. The dialogue between characters was great. It was funny. I laughed a lot, like sincerely laughed because I thought the game was good. Yeah. Skip forward. Kian's the king. It's a story of another time, right? And I definitely see that as like and by the way, if we had more time, this is our eventual objective with this, right?
Don't just say you love me, show me.
Actually, the thing that I'm curious about is that if they had a chance to go back in time or just reboot it today even, like what gets cut? Because it felt like there was the pacing in the earlier books was much more focused on like individual mini games and individual dialogue sequences and things that didn't have very much plot importance, but with like fleshed out the setting in really interesting or cool ways, right? And I would hope that they would keep that stuff, because I feel like that's the heart of these games, are the small moments between any random two characters, you know? This is one that I don't know if there's been any interviews with the creators or podcast episodes or the like, but if anyone knows of anything that exists like that, I'd love to hear about it, because the behind the scenes on this one is probably super interesting. NaNoWriMo. Yeah, I knew somebody who did that. It's the universe of source amnesia. Might be able to find it. Search Discord, maybe. Amy saying it several times.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just a guy with guitar, trying to make sense of it all. Everything just seems so banal. But
use the term without a source. Shit. I don't know then. I think that a significant amount of this is planned, though. That's, I think, part of what felt odd about particularly like book 4 and book 5. Particularly the first and second game, it seemed like, okay, you had a plan for the White Dragon, you had a plan for Crow, you had a plan for April. I suspect that like the existence of Zoe and Kian probably came from the, oh god, we're making a sequel to a point-and-click adventure game for the PC on the original Xbox. We need to make a game that's accessible to a new audience but still connects into our old story, even if people didn't play The Longest Journey. And I praised Dreamfall endlessly for doing a good job with it. I thought that was really, really well done. But here I commented, I wasn't trying to be mean. It really did feel like it, like the small universe problem of, okay, we only have so many characters to choose from. In some cases, we only have so many literal models that we've already made in previous books. Roper Klacks designed the calculator, right? Westhouse asked him to help with it, and it's like, okay, well, if that's what you were planning all along, I'm surprised he had the funny puppet show, which was also an amazing Roper Klacks scene, or that he did the thing in Dreamfall with the potion shop, right? Like, has he been super important all along? Or was it kind of like a shit, we need somebody to be like a secondary antagonist here, and who do we got kind of a thing, because we've killed everybody else, right? But on the whole, I thought it was good. I didn't hate it. I actually really, really liked The Longest Journey. Really, really liked Dreamfall The Longest Journey, aside from the stealth and like combat sections, but those were easy enough to ignore. And I loved chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 5 just kind of makes me sad. Not because it's bad, but because I can see that they were doing their best on a restricted timeline, and I wish I could take a peek into the alternate universe where they had more time to tell the story. Yeah, I remember him growling at the puppet show, like, in the sense that, oh, he hates April, right? Right, but not like that he's like a cosmic villain. I still enjoyed it. I still can entertain in my brain what that could look like stretched over more time, but that's kind of the unusual too much butter, too little bread kind of a situation, right? But thank you all for sharing it. I'm happy to have seen where they took it, and now I'm particularly pumped to hear if any new news comes out of this IP, whether Funcom releases it, or they make anything else new with it. Please let me know as soon as possible, because I want everyone involved in this project. I want all their lights to be green. I want them to be successful, and I want to see more from this IP, because it's great. It only took us like 6 years to get through it all. We made it. Too much butter, impossible. Yeah, no kidding. You had Longest Journey on, what, like 2016? What was the first episode? This is a knowable question. I don't have to speculate. And it's actually worked pretty well, even though it's a pretty story-heavy game. It's worked pretty well over long subblocks. October 2016. Goddamn. No kidding. Thank you, Yukapo, and thank you for joining in, and thank you, Ravanon, as well, for supporting it partway through.